shots. We've not been able to get into our pressure and turn people over. So I'll be anxious tonight to see against a kind of a depleted Glasgow team if we can score some early baskets here, get into our pressure, and try to put this one away early.
And it was that Monroe County game Tuesday night that two of their main starters were out. Paisley Ford didn't play, and neither did Ella Massengill, who tore her ACL. But, as you mentioned, Veach stepped up, scored 21 points in that game. She'd only been averaging about 8 points a game.
Well, and you're exactly right, Jay. Those two girls that you mentioned there, Massengill and Ford, are two big cogs in what they do. And we have to bring the energy. And we talked about this, you and I did the last time we had a game with this kind of schedule, and then the weather. You know, we were out of school here on Friday. We don't go to school on Fridays, and it's just, as coaches, we like routines. And one of the routines we like is being in school. The kids get up out of the bed, they come to school, they go from 8 to 3. Right. And so when you don't have that, then it presents an opportunity for you to be a little flat. And I really thought in the Monroe County game we were flat when we came out. So tonight it's all about the energy and the early play and the baskets maybe we can get early on.
Well, these two teams met just 2 weeks ago. It seems like it's been a month ago.
It does.
But it was just 2 weeks ago, and the Trojanettes won at Glasgow 48-38. Barren County shot 32.7% on 16 of 49, only hit 3 of 16 behind the arc, and 13 of 24 from the foul line. Raven Ennis had 15. Katie Murphy had 12 in that game for the Trojanettes. Glasgow shot a little bit better. They were 15 of 45 for 33.3, but they hit 4 of 15 threes, and they out-rebounded Barren County 36-20 in that game. Ansley Adwell had a double-double, but of course she's not playing tonight. Somebody's going to have to make up the points for Glasgow, that's for sure.
Yeah, that'll be a big mess for them anytime you lose a kid like her. But it kind of goes back again, Jay, what we were talking about when we had Central here at home. You look at Glasgow, they're not real big, and a lot of times we play 4, and even though Emma Hughes is out there, I mean, she fits the guard role. So we've got to be very fundamentally sound in rebounding the basketball on the defensive end. We can't afford Glasgow to have 2 and 3 shots. We talked about that in the Warren Central game. So for us tonight, some keys will be, can we make some shots to get into our pressure to maybe turn them over, and then when we give them that one shot, they're one and done, because if we afford any team 2 and 3 shots, then it's going to be a close game.
Right, that's good enough for Zaxby's keys to the game tonight. We're 13 and a half minutes away from the Trojanettes and the Lady Scotties here in game 1 of our doubleheader, and we will come back as you tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And we're about 10 minutes away from the Trojanettes and the Lady Scotties here in game one of our district doubleheader tonight. And since the Barren County lost, Glasgow's only played 3 games. They lost to Allen County Scottsville by 9. They beat Caverna by 2, and then lost to Cumberland County by 3. And that's all the games they played since the matchup with the Trojanettes. The Lady Scotties average 45.7 points a game. They give up 49.3. They shoot 35.4% from the field, averaging about just over 5 threes a game, shooting at 33.5%. They do not shoot well from the free throw line, 53.5% as a team, and they average 30.4 rebounds a game. Trojanettes are averaging just under 50 points a game, giving up 42.8, shooting 39.3% from the field, 27.6% on three-point shots, which is an average of 4.2, shooting 63.6% from the foul line and 25 rebounds a game. Of course, this is a district game, but will not count as a district game because the first 3 are the only ones that counted this year because of the COVID.
Yeah, really a strange situation because a lot of times when these schedules were made, and I just found that out, that's going to be the case in softball and baseball as well.
Really?
And we play 2 district games in the first week of softball season. So, you make these schedules out in well in advance, and so then they pop up like this. And so it is a little strange. Obviously, it's historical. Hopefully, we'll go back to the old format, I'm sure, next year when we're non-COVID. But it doesn't put as much emphasis, I guess you would say, on these regular season second district games as it already does, as the district is already seeded for us.
Right. Barren County with the number 1 seed. Glasgow was the 3 seed because Monroe County beat Glasgow the first time around by 20 points. Allen County Scottsville came in the number 4 seed in the district. Barren County at 3-0 through the first 3 games. Monroe County 2-1, Glasgow 1-2, Allen County Scottsville 0-3. So Barren County and the Lady Patriots will play first game in the district tournament here, and Glasgow and Monroe County will match up in the 2-3 seed game coming up in mid-March. Trojanettes, Coach Piper Lindsay, 126 wins and 53 losses. Mentioned Coach Craig Pippin is not here tonight. He coached Russell County for several years. 12 years, he went 210 and 110. He had 10 winning seasons, 11 Region 4 appearances, 8 16th District titles, and 1 Region Championship. That was a lot of things to go under his belt for at Russell County. They like being in the 4th region.
They do. A lot of success for Coach Pippin over there in the 16th District for a long time. They were the team to beat over there and still have a good club over there, but Coach Pippin had kind of really put them on the map over there at Russell County.
Right. Of course, Coach Piper Lindsay, 6 years here at Barren County, 3 district championships in a row, 1 regional championship, school record 32 wins, went to the state quarterfinals a couple of years ago, and 4 Region 4 appearances. The last 3 years, she's went 85 and 19. That's a pretty good record.
Yeah, Jay, that's a really good record. And, this has been a tough year for a lot of different reasons for Coach Lindsay. One, she's got a lot of inexperience. She's playing a lot of young girls. And then with the COVID situation, the consistency of practices and games and scheduling, just like playing tonight and then picking up a game today to play tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And so coaches typically don't like that. They don't like to they like to prep and plan. So under the circumstances, I feel like the Trojanettes have had a good year. We've been in almost every game that we've played, and the inconsistencies that we've had sometimes comes down to our youth. There's been times that we've had freshmen and 8th graders out there in the lineup and whatnot, and so it's been a growth year for us, but like you said, we're still on top in the district with an opportunity to win another district championship.
That's true. Several games around the area tonight brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. Some doubleheaders tonight, Edmonson County at Butler County, Metcalf at Cumberland. Also tonight, Rockcastle County is at Russell County. Franklin Simpson at Russellville. Bowling Green at South Warren among the doubleheaders tonight. Warren East boys are at Greenwood. Also, Allen County Scottsville boys at Taylor County. Logan County's at Todd Central tonight. Warren Central boys at Owensboro. Monroe County boys at Caverna this evening. We'll come back, take a look at the starting lineups of tonight's game after this break. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Brought to you by SERTC Total Communications for the Glasgow Lady Scotties. Coaching tonight, assistant coach Orlando Hayden. They'll start Ashton Potts, a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 6.1 points and 5.2 rebounds. Mia Cassidy, a 5'6" sophomore, averages 9.8. Chloe Hale, a 5'10" freshman, 7.4 points and 6.4 rebounds. Cadence Bird is a 5'1" sophomore, averaging 4.1, and Janae Bradley, a 5'7" sophomore, averaging 4.2 points a game. So 4 sophomores and a freshman in the starting lineup for the Lady Scotties. Barren County Trojanettes under Piper Lindsay. Assistant coaches Scott Chapman, Chad Withrow, and Brent Spillman. Katie Murphy, a 5'6" freshman, averaging 6.8 points, 4.2 rebounds. Raven Ennis, 5'10" junior, 16.4 points and 6 rebounds. Emma Hughes, a 5'6" senior, averages 4. Addison London, a 5'8" junior, averaging 6. And Abby Varney, a 5'5" freshman, averaging 5.8 points a game. Lady Scotties were ranked 7th this week in the Lexington Herald Leader in the 4th region and 13 in the Bowling Green Daily News Prep poll. Trojanettes were number 2 in the Lexington Herald Leader poll this week and number 3 in the Bowling Green Daily News Prep poll. Well, we'll get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Half coming up. The officials for tonight's game, sponsored by Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene. They are Tommy Young, Mark Curry, and Damian Wheeler. And our first quarter of action coming up tonight, brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities they serve, and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. And we'll remind you right now that we'll have basketball here tomorrow night as the Trojans and Trojanettes will play host to Warren East. It'll be a makeup game. Kind of a crazy reschedule, but we'll talk about that later. But that is tomorrow night. Girls game at 5 o'clock for the boys to follow. Back with the opening game, or opening half of the Trojanettes and the Lady Scotties. After this break, this is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. That's the Lady Scotties here in game one of our doubleheader tonight. Glasgow Lady Scotties in blue uniforms, white numbers and letters. The Trojanettes in home white with Trojanettes across the front of the jerseys in burgundy outlined in gold. Their bench to our left, Glasgow to our right. It was supposed to be a game played last night here, Coach. The girls were supposed to have gone to Metcalfe County for a rescheduled game. The guys were supposed to have played Clinton County here last night. Of course, both unfortunately got canceled. Not sure if they'll be made up or not. I think the boys' game is rescheduled now for March the 4th.
Okay. Well, we've been battling COVID all winter long, and then last night we had a little weather situation. So on top of that, and it looks like some weather next week as well. So it's just kind of a wait and see, kind of day-by-day thing.
So you try to play the games when you can, even if it means moving the game from next week to this Saturday.
That's right. So. That's exactly right.
But that's the schedule for tomorrow. The Trojanettes will play at 5 against Warren East. Then the Trojans and the Raiders in the nightcap tomorrow night will be here at 4:40 with a broadcast here to bring both games to you. Glasgow's basketball to start, and they almost dropped it out of bounds. Box wasn't even looking for the inbounds pass there. Bird will set it up now for Glasgow. She's guarded by Emma Hughes. They set a screen for her as Hale put the screen out there. They give it out to Botts. Now Botts will set it up. Again, Glasgow without their leading scorer, Ansley Atwell, tonight. Bird out of the right side. Out top it comes to Hale. Now Hale looking. Left side it comes to Botts. Botts looking inside. Nobody there. On the dribble, sends it back out to Cassidy. Cassidy against Varney. Right side it goes to Hale out of the right wing. They look inside. She's going to dribble. Goes down to the baseline. Flips up the shot. It's an air ball. And the ball taken in there by Varney. And what do we got?
I think Hale was out of bounds there.
Yep. Tapped the ball.
I think you're right, Jay. Yep. Pretty good job there by the Lady Scotties being patient in their offense.
45 seconds before taking the shot. Murphy with it out front for the Trojanettes. Goes left side with it to Ennis. Right back to Murphy. Here's the lob on the back door. Coming to Ennis. She lays it up and in. That looked easy.
Back screen there.
Really easy.
Nice
there.
job.
And almost a steal as Bird has it in the backcourt. Some pressure from Ennis. She's going to try to work it across, but she's in a trap now. In trouble. Knocked away and stolen by Varney. Varney heading to the rack. Lays it up. Missed the layup. Rebound taken by Cassidy. Cassidy into the front court. Dishes it off there to Hale. Hale throws it up off the window. It's no good. It came up short. Bradley, the offensive board. Back to Cassidy. She gives it now to Botts. Goes back in the corner to Bradley. She'll fire, and it hit it. It's a long two for Janae Bradley.
There we go with her first offensive rebound that we gave up. Jay took a shot.
And they go underneath to Varney. She lays it up and in and gets fouled. Got behind the Glasgow press. And so Varney gets the bucket. The foul is going to be charged to Bradley.
A great job there by Abby running the floor, and Katie sees her in transition. Great pass in stride, and Abby strong with the ball for the N1.
Abby Varney, a 73.3% foul shooter on the year for the Trojanettes. Takes her time, puts it up in the air, and it's good. Old-fashioned three-point play. Full court pressure with the Trojanettes. It comes into Botts. Botts trying to turn up court. Has it smacked away by Ennis in the hands of Varney.
Nice
dishes
pass.
it off to Hughes. Lays it up and in.
Nice pass by Abby Varney there.
7-2. Barren County. Botts in the backcourt. Lobs it up court over the right side of Cassidy. And Cassidy gives it back out to Botts. They fire it down in there to Hale. Kicks it back to Cassidy. Cassidy heads into the paint. Throws it up. It's blocked. Goes out of bounds underneath the basket.
Good strong move there by Mia Cassidy to take the ball to the rim.
And so Hale will toss it in right side of the bucket. Comes in the corner to Cassidy. She heads toward the paint. Now has to send it out to Bird. Bird out to Botts. Botts guarded by Katie Murphy. Bounces it off to Bradley. Now Bradley bounces over to Cassidy. Ball knocked away from behind by Hughes as they try to go down low to Bird. But Glasgow keeps it alive. Varney putting the pressure on Cassidy out front. And there's going to be a foul. Her first and the team's first.
That's her first, team first.
As Janae Bradley at midcourt tosses into Botts. Botts sends it right side to Cassidy. Dishes it off in there to Bird. She may have got away with a walk there. Bradley has the ball knocked away, but Botts was diving for the loose ball and flipped it over to Cassidy. Here's Bradley back to Cassidy. Cassidy dribbling, giving it back to Botts. Tried to set the screen for her. Bounced it down in low there to Bradley. Wrap around pass underneath the Bird. She puts it in.
Good ball movement there by the Lady Scotties to make the extra pass.
7-4 on the other end. Here's Varney laying it up and in.
Another great job of Abby running the floor, Jay.
Yep. The assist, Katie Murphy, and Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. Jamie Harris of Edward Jones can assist you today with your financial planning. Trojanettes 9, Glasgow 4.
Well, you can kind of see what the Lady Scotties are wanting to do there, Jay. They're real patient in their offense, setting a lot of good screens, actually, looking to put the ball on the floor. They realize that they can't maybe match up offensively with the Trojanettes here tonight, so take a little time off the clock and then maybe get a layup, which they did the last time there. And then the Trojanettes doing what they do best out in transition. Katie Murphy sees the floor really well, and if you will run the floor and you're open, she'll get you the basketball.
Yep. I don't know what she's averaging in assists because we don't have that on her stat sheet. But she's got to be having about 8 or 9 assists a game.
Very much so.
Botts gets it into the front court. In traffic, gives it over to Bird. A long, high-arching three.
Wow.
Swish.
Good-looking shot there.
She only averages 4 points a game, and she's already got 5 in this one. Glasgow back within 2. It's 9-7. Goes inside there to Hughes. Out to London. Right corner's Varney. Drives into the paint. Trying to go up with it. Looked like she may have got fouled. Got it back, though. Trying to go back up strong with it. Puts it up off the window and in.
Stayed with it the whole time. I'm like you, Jay. She may have got fouled, but she stayed with it.
People's Bank shot for Abby Varney. It's 11-7. Trojanettes. And the ball getting away. Bradley had to go chase it down in the corner. Back out to Bird. And now gives to Botts. Botts getting pressure from Katie Murphy out front. Fell down with it. Had to get rid of it over to Bird. Bird now on the dribble. Bird against Varney. Poked it away from her out of bounds.
Good hustle.
At midcourt. Glasgow will get it back.
A lot of pressure there by our guards out front. Abby and Katie both putting a lot of ball pressure on the ball handler.
Just under 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Barren County with 11-7 lead. Botts working around Murphy down the right sideline. May have pushed off on her. Gives it to Hale out top. Now Hale looking left. Gives it now to Bird. Now Bird hasn't put down the dribble. Gives it back out to Botts in between the circles. Goes inside there to Hale against London. Puts it up, rolled it off, no good. Got her on rebound. Back up at a foul.
Well, good strong move there by Hale. Went to the rim hard and then got her offensive rebound again, Jay. Something we got to continue to work on and get better at.
Yep. Raven Ennis, her first foul. That's the second one on the Trojanettes, sending Chloe Hale to the free throw line. A 52% foul shooter on the year for the 5'10 freshman. First shot is up. It's good. Makes it 11-8. Abby Varney going to check out, scoring 7 first quarter points for the Trojanettes, 7 of the first 11. And Katie Elmore is in the ball game now. She scored 9 over at Monroe County the other night.
Had a good ball game over at Monroe.
5'6", 8th grader. Second shot is missed by Hale. Rebound to London. Katie Murphy into the front court. Back over to London. Back out to Murphy. She'll set it up. Now Murphy goes left side with it to London. London looking out top now to Hughes. Over it goes to Murphy on the right wing. Feeds it in there to a cutting London, and she puts it up and in.
Great job by Addison there to quickly get it and shoot it.
13-8. Here's a pass thrown away, intended for Cassidy. Turnover by Glasgow gives it right back to the Trojanettes.
Like I said, Jay, when we make shots and get in their pressure and turn them over, we'll have an opportunity.
As Katie Murphy will set things up. Hughes with it right side of the circle. Gives to Ennis. Ennis covered up by Hale. Gives it off to London for the 3 ball. It's up. It is good. Oh,
man.
Kind of laid up there like an egg and fell through.
Yeah.
So People's Bank 3-point shot for Addison London. Maybe she'll get back on track with those 3-point shots. That's her 16th 3-point shot of the year.
Yeah, she's a little bit of a streaky shooter, and she's been on the downside of here lately, but she can certainly light it up. 16-8
Trojanettes, and ball slapped out of bounds by Murphy off of Hale And it will be staying with the Lady Scotties with 2:42 to play here in the opening quarter. As Botts looks to inbound. And slapped away by Elmore and out of bounds, trying to go to Bradley. Pressure really getting to the Lady Scotties.
Trojanettes are making everything tough right now for the Lady Scotties. The inbounds passes, once they get it in, the trap, everything.
And ball poked away by Murphy, but couldn't come up with a turnover. Now diving forward on the floor is Ennis. He got rid of it to Murphy, went off her arm and out of bounds. So Botts will get it inbound to Hale. Turns up court. Now dishes it back off. Knocked away by Elmore in the hands of Murphy. Sweeping shot goes up, no good. Ball slapped back out of bounds.
Well, what's happening is we're letting them get it in that first pass in the corner. That's where we want them to, and we're trapping hard, and then we're overplaying the next pass. So they got to do something different, Glasgow does.
As Botts gets the ball in. Knocked away by Elmore, but Bradley down back on the floor. And timeout by Glasgow. Glasgow really having difficulty getting the ball even to midcourt.
Yeah, we've turned it up a little bit here in the second half of the first quarter there and put some pressure on that initial inbounds pass, and then the second pass, if the Scotties can get their head up and see down the floor right now, they're not doing a very good job with it, Jay.
16-8 the score. Barren County with 2:24 to play here in the first quarter. Again, tomorrow night, back here for Trojan and Trojanette basketball. The Trojans with their makeup game against Warren East in the second game tomorrow night. That was supposed to be in the second game of the season, but they had some COVID issues. And I think it's only going to be Warren East's fourth game of the season. I think they're playing Greenwood tonight, maybe.
I saw that, Jay. I think they beat Franklin Simpson the other night for their fourth game of the season. That's just mind-boggling, really, to think that you've been that far behind with games.
Botts gets the ball in play to Bird. Now Bird's trying to split the defenders. Loose ball on the floor. Elmore rolled it over to Hughes. Here's Murphy. Back to Hughes. Feeds it off to Elmore on the right baseline. Now the Trojanettes will set it back up. Katie Murphy with 2:10 to play in the quarter. Sends it over to London in the left corner. Back out it comes to Murphy. Feeds it in there to Ennis. Up and under move. Flips it up. I don't know if she got fouled or not, but Bradley comes up with the basketball. And gets rid of the basketball off to Bird on the left side. Bird cut off by Hughes. Has to reverse it back out to Botts. Now Botts fires it down. It's deflected and going to go off the hand of Bradley. Trojanettes will have it.
Really turned the defense up on both ends, full court and half court for the Trojanettes.
Katie Murphy off the screen left, dishes it off to Elmore. Elmore curls around to the right side, off to London. She'll circle it out to the free throw line, back over to Murphy. Crossover dribble against Cassidy. Sends it back out to London. London back out to Murphy, trying to penetrate. Fires it off in the right corner to Elmore. Back out to London on the wing. Minute 20 to play in the first quarter. London on the dribble. Right corner, Elmore feeds it down low. There's Ennis against Hale. Back out to Elmore, goes baseline, turns and throws it up and in.
Nice move there.
Right around to the left side of the basket.
Nice strong move by Katie Elmore.
18-8 Trojanettes. Ball comes into Bird. She'll send it up floor. Got a 2-on-1 here as Hale will lob it over to Bradley. And then Katie Murphy reached in and tried to slap it away, but it'll stay with Glasgow.
Well, we're lucky there. They finally got it over that second line, like you said there, Jay, and it was a 2-on-1 with Addison Lundy. Got a break there with a bad pass.
Abby Varney to come in to give Katie Murphy a break with 50.6 to go in the opening quarter. Bradley will toss it in, comes into Cassidy. Out to Botts, left of the circle. Botts feeds it down in there to Hale against London. Throws it up off the window. It's no good. Ball tipped and saved inbounds by London. Gets rid of the basketball to Elmore. As Elmore brings it in front court to set things up. Goes to Ennis on the right side. Sends it over to Hughes. Hughes back on the right side now to Varney. Varney trying to penetrate. Back out to Ennis. Back over to Elmore now. 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Varney will circle it back out with 13 seconds to play. Now she's picked up her dribble, feeds it to Ennis, turning against Hale, driving strong to the basket, flips it up, it's no good. Rebound to Botts. 4 seconds, 3. Botts taking it all the way to the basket, puts it up and in at the buzzer. After one, it's Barren County 18, Glasgow 10. We'll come back with the second quarter after this break. This is Barren County basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Second quarter from Barren County High School, presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Barren County 18, Glasgow 10. And it'll be Barren County's basketball to start the second quarter. It's Katie Murphy's back on the court now for the Trojanettes. Sends it over to Elmore. Elmore out of the right side, putting down the dribble. Going halfway the corner, gives it to Varney. Varney circles halfway out. Now looking for help, sends it back over to Murphy. Murphy fires it down inside. It's batted away, but picked up by Ennis. Got to get out of traffic. Here's Hughes with a 15-footer left side, no good. Bradley with a rebound for Glasgow. Gives it to Botts. Ahead up to Bird. Bird heading to the basket, throws up the runner. It is no good. Rebound in there by Varney. Varney pushing it down the floor of the left side. Throws it behind her. It's stolen away by Hale. Tried to go to Ennis with it. Turnover by the Trojanettes. Botts into the front court. Botts goes right side with it to Hale. Hale down in low. There's Bradley. She's double teamed. Out to Bird. Wide open. 3-ball in the air. Got it.
Well, we doubled down for some reason there, and we didn't find Bird when she closed out there.
Second three for Cadence Bird, and it's 18-13 all of a sudden. Barren County lead is dwindled to 5 with 6:50 to play in the second. Hughes left corner, feeds it to Ennis left of the lane, turns, goes up against Hale, puts it up and in.
Nice strong. She faces up and really looks good when she can get it in traffic there.
20-13. As Hale's in a trap, and we're going to have a whistle, a foul on the Trojanettes. They're going to put it on Abby Varney. That's her second.
Just a little late closing there. Abby's on the weak side, just late getting over.
Katie Gerald's 5'7", 8th grader, checks into the Trojanet lineup for Abby Varney. Barren County in the full court press as Botts gets the ball in play to Hale. Hale's in a trap, and Elmore reaches in and ties it up, but it'll be Glasgow's basketball.
Again, if you'll notice, we're allowing them to get that ball in the dead corner over there, and then with a hard trap, they just can't get anything going on.
Coming in for Glasgow's Caroline Murphy, a 5'7" sophomore. She's the first reserve to come off the bench for assistant coach Orlando Hayden tonight. Ball comes into Cassidy, flips it up court to Murphy. Murphy bounces off to Bird. They break the pressure this time. Bird picks up her dribble, sends it over to Cassidy, goes baseline, throws it up. It's short, but a foul.
Good strong there, but a good strong move by Mia Cassidy to get by her man and draw the contact on Raven.
Yeah, it's 2 on Raven Ennis. So 2 starters for the Trojanettes now with 2 fouls. Raven Ennis and Abby Varney. And it is Cassidy at the line. She's only 8 for 25 from the foul line here so far this season for the Glasgow Lady Scotties. Puts this one up. It's no good. She shoots better from behind the arc than she does at the free throw line.
A little odd that you see that. You know, somebody that's normally a pretty good three-point shooter has got a good touch at the free throw line as well.
She's hit 24 threes this year, but struggling at the free throw line. Here's her second free throw shot on the way, and it is coming off. Rebound to Gerald's for the Trojanettes. Murphy speeding into the front court with it. Right side corner goes to Elmore. Elmore heading into the paint. Bounce pass in there to Hughes. Puts up the shot. Banked it in off the window.
Great penetration by Katie Elmore, and then good move by Emma Hughes.
22-13 as Cassidy takes it up the left sideline. Poked away from behind by Elmore and out of bounds.
You know, I don't know that Mia Cassidy is their main ball handler, but right now she's the only one that can really do anything against their pressure, and she's just a little more physical than the other girls from Glasgow.
As Bradley will toss it in for the Barren County bench, comes out to Botts. Barren County with a 9-point lead with 5:53 to go in the first half. Here's Murphy, Caroline Murphy for Glasgow with the basketball. Gives to Bradley. Bradley sends it over to Cassidy. Cassidy now back out to Bird. Bird goes right side over to Botts. Botts fires it down in there to Bradley. She puts it up and in.
Wow, great pass. Little flex game there, pretty much is all that was, but great job by the Scotties.
London out to Gerald's, and now Murphy swings it left side to Elmore. Hughes back to Murphy, penetrating down the lane as gets fouled. There'll be a blocking foul on, I believe, Bradley.
Yep.
And that's 2 on Janae Bradley, 2 on the Lady Scotties in the first half.
Like you said, Jay, they're not real deep. The Lady Scotties are not. They're only playing about 6 girls, with the bulk of that coming from 5.
That's true. Chloe Hale back in the game for Glasgow. Murphy sends it out to London. 3 ball in the air. Right wing.
Good all the way from there, ain't it, Jay?
Peoples Bank 3-point shot. That's 2 of them here in the half for Addison London. She's got 8 points. The lead now 10 for Barren County at 25-15. Cassidy gets rid of it over to Bird. Out to Botts. Left corner. Cassidy set shot for 3. It's an air ball. Chasing it down is Caroline Murphy. And now Botts with it. Cross court over to Bird. She's knocked down a couple of trays for the Lady Scotties. Now Botts will reset against Katie Murphy, angling off to the right side. Now it's picked up her dribble, goes to Caroline Murphy, feeds it inside there, got a foul, going to be on Hughes.
Just a little late there on that, following the cutter and then over the top of her back there. Just play behind her, let her catch it there and see what she can do with it.
First foul on Emma Hughes. That's 5 on the Trojanettes here in the first half. As Hale, left baseline, looking, feeds it in underneath, and we get a foul from behind.
Well, they did a good job. They beat, I think, Botts beat Katie Murphy off the cut there. Just one of those, I'm going to go harder than you.
Be her first, team 6th. And Botts at the line, shooting 58.5% on the season. And the first one's good. Addison Smith will check into the Trojanet lineup. Will come in for Emma Hughes. With 4:38 to play here in the first half. Barren County with a 25-16 lead. Botts back at the line. Her second shot is good. 25-17. Katie Murphy with it for the Trojanettes into the front court. Sends it left side over to Smith. Out top to Gerald's. Fakes, wants to go left side with it. Sends it over to Elmore. Now Elmore putting down a couple of dribbles. Out to Murphy. Driving to the basket. Wide open. Puts it in. Nice drive to the basket for Katie Murphy for her first 2.
Good offensive set there by the Trojanettes.
27-17.
Oh, good job.
Hale.
Good hustle there by Katie Gerald.
I thought maybe she had double dribbled the ball there for a second.
You're right. She threw it off. She was in a tough trap over there. Katie Gerald's and Addison London and Addison Smith.
Glasgow keeps it with 4:07 to play here in the first half. As Bird handles the basketball for Glasgow. Caroline Murphy top of the circle. Back over to Bird. Down in the corner goes to Botts, right-hand side. Now Murphy in the circle. Gives it over to Cassidy, trying to get around her defender. Puts up the shot short. Ball tapped over from Murphy to Elmore. Back to Murphy. Diagonal pass up court. Here's Gerald's driving to the bucket. Puts it up and in.
Great job of Katie Gerald's running the floor for the Trojanettes for an easy basket.
29-17. The lead now 12 for Barren County. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. As Hale's in trouble, has it taken away. Elmore puts it up. She's fouled.
You notice, Jay, she's back over there in that corner where we want her to be. They got to get somebody else. They got to get somebody else coming to the basketball. That's exactly what we want them to do.
Botts will commit her first personal. That's number 3 on Glasgow in the first half. Katie Elmore, 44.5% foul shooter, 5'6", 8th grader, averaging almost 4 points a game coming off the bench. Swishes that one through.
She's been playing really well for us off the bench, Jay. You mentioned she had a good game the other night against Monroe County. Physical, rebounder, put the ball on the floor, and can guard a little bit. So we're going to need to find those rotations as we head into the district play of who's going to be able to help us a little bit.
That is true. Elmore for her second free throw shot on the way, and it's a little too strong. Rebound claimed in there by Skylar Campbell, just checked in, a 5'8", 8th grader for the Lady Scotties. 3:20 left to play here in the first half. Botts sends it over to Campbell on the right side. Now Campbell out now to Caroline Murphy. Murphy sends it over to Bird. Bird now back out to Campbell, out between the circles. Goes left side with it to Caroline Murphy. Now looking for Botts, a bounce pass. Goes back left side to Bird. She's going to fire up another three-point shot. This one comes off this time. Try to get her on rebound, but it's taken in there by Addison Smith. She gives it off to Elmore. Katie Murphy into the front court. Crossover to the left. Cut off. Has to send it back out to Elmore. Gives to Geralds. Back over goes to Smith. And she walked.
She did.
Yeah.
And you just got to have confidence. Addison can do that. Just got to have confidence in yourself. Put the ball on the floor if you have to, and dribble that basketball to make that.
Right.
Again, the Lady Scotties, I'm kind of impressed with what they do offensively. They're really patient. They set some really good screens down here. They've had a couple of layups, so they're making it tough on us a little bit down here on the offensive end.
Ball comes into Bird. 2:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Got Addison Smith out guarding Cadence Bird. Bird still on the dribble. Long bounce pass right over to Cassidy. Cassidy coming off top of the key. Left side, Campbell. Now Campbell putting down the dribble against Katie Murphy. Picks up her dribble. Goes back left side over to Bird. Now Bird putting down the dribble. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Bird out near midcourt, dribbling the basketball. Picks it up now. Needs help. Smacked away by Smith, but I thought that was over and back, but couldn't tell from this angle. Going to get a foul. Thought Campbell had 1 foot back over the midcourt stripe, but Katie Murphy picks up her second. So now 3 starters have 2 fouls, and that puts Glasgow in the bonus for the remaining 147. And it'll be Campbell at the line. Campbell did not play in the earlier game for Glasgow. And here's her shot. It's up. It is coming off the front of the rim. Rebound in London. Gives to Elmore. Elmore going left side. Hands it off to Smith. Gives it out to London. Now London hands it off to Elmore. Now to Geralds. Back out to London. Going to penetrate. Kicks it back over to Elmore. Here's her shot. It's up. It's an air ball. Bird out of there with it for Glasgow. Crossover to the left. Had it smacked into her hands for a moment. Got it back though. Minute 15 to play in the half. Campbell. Angling off to the right side. Now sends it out top to Hale. Got Emma Hughes guarding her. Now bounces back off to Campbell. 1 minute to play in the half. Back over goes to Cassidy. Now Cassidy trying to direct some traffic here, get some things set up for Glasgow. She's picked up her dribble against Elmore. Fires it out to Bird. 44 seconds to go. Bird now looking for help. Beats it off to Hale. Knocked away by Hughes. Down on the floor. Scramble. Jump ball. Possession arrow. The Trojanettes.
Good hustle there by Emma Hughes to overplay it. The Lady Skies a little discombobulated on their offense there. Not for sure what they wanted to try to do.
33 seconds to play here in the first half. Barren up 30-17. Elmore with it for Barren County. Picks up her dribble, needs somebody to come get it, and gives it to Geralds. 2 8th graders out there. Geralds, bounce pass back over to Elmore, and I believe they're going to say Cassidy touched it last. Katie Murphy will come back in the lineup for Addison Smith. with 15.9 to play. And Murphy gets the ball in play to Elmore. Hands it right back to Murphy. 13 seconds left. Murphy off the double screen right. Leaves it off with London. Deep three. Bounces off the rim. And the rebound to Bird with 5 seconds. Bird racing down the floor to the right side. Throws it up. It's no good. And that's it for the first half. Trojanettes 30, the Lady Scotties 17. We'll come back with our halftime report brought to you by South Central Bank in just a moment. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Relationships offers free checking, safe and secure online.
Scotties, serving you for nearly 50 years.
'It is halftime as we welcome you back to Barren County High School. The Trojanettes leading the Glasgow Lady Scotties 30-17 here at the break. Barren County led 18-10 at the end of the first quarter. Outscored the Lady Scotties 12-7 in the second period of play. Glasgow with 6 field goals in the first half. 2 of those were three-pointers. They were 3 of 7 from the charity stripe. And Cadence Bird, who started in place of Ansley Atwell tonight, 8 points for Bird, a couple of three-point shots and a 2-point basket. 4 points for Ashton Botts. She had a 2-point basket, 2 for 2 from the foul line. Also 4 points for Janae Bradley off a couple of field goals. 1 point for Chloe Hale. Mia Cassidy started the ball game, has not scored in the first half. Caroline Murphy and Skylar Campbell saw action but did not score in the first half. For the Trojanettes, 13 field goals. 2 of those were three-pointers, both made by Addison London. Barren County was 2 of 3 from the line in the first half. Katie Murphy scored 2. Raven Ennis had 4. Emma Hughes had 4. Addison London with 8. Abby Varney scored 7 points all of the first quarter. Katie Geralds with 2. Katie Elmore with 3. Addison Smith played some minutes but did not score in the first half. The foul situation, Barren County's Katie Murphy, Raven Ennis, and Abby Varney all picked up 2 fouls apiece. And for Glasgow, Janae Bradley picked up 2. in the first half. So the Trojanettes on top here, Coach, 30-17, and hopefully just keep the pedal to the metal for the second half.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of been one of those games a little bit where we had a spurt there early. Like you said, Abby Varney played well for us a little bit. Addison London, I'm glad to see her. She's knocked down a couple of threes. She'd been scuffling a little bit from behind the arc some. Raven, again, got into a little bit of foul trouble there, had to set some the first half. So, again, it is a game that I feel like we should win, by how much and whatnot. We've looked good as far as our pressure goes a little bit. Glasgow on the half court has looked good in their offense. They've not made a ton of shots out of it, but offensively for us, we've only looked good in transition. We've not got a ton of points out of our offense, so I'm sure that's what Coach Lindsay is talking about at the halftime. Hey, we got to be able to be a little bit more disciplined in what we're trying to do on the half court set and try to score some baskets there.
This is the South Central Bank halftime report. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Got a score in on, let's see, this is from the Metcalfe County, Cumberland County girls game. Metcalfe County leading Cumberland County at halftime 31-23. That's about all the scores I have on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. Remind you again that tomorrow night we're right back here as the Trojans and Trojanettes will play host to Warren East. The girls game will start at 5 o'clock. It was a game that the Trojanettes were supposed to play on Tuesday night of next week, but because of possible bad winter weather moving in, they backed that up to tomorrow night. And then the Trojans, who were supposed to play Warren East the second game of the season, because of Raiders having some COVID issues, they're going to make up that game tomorrow night as well. So we got a doubleheader here tomorrow night, Coach.
Yeah, a lot of flexibility. I think it's a 5 o'clock start. Is that right? 5 o'clock start.
Yeah.
So a little bit earlier than we normally do as far as starting the game. And again, I've said it 2 or 3 times while I've been on the radio with you here these last couple of times. Coaches are, and I think that just happened this afternoon. Am I saying that right? So I coached basketball before, and you would just never think of repeatedly doing that. You might have that happen once or twice at the most where you schedule, but it's just kind of common occurrence now with teams either COVID or here now with the weather-related situation. So I guess you're getting acclimated to it. But as a coach, I always felt like if we played hard, we needed a day of legs to recover. And how many games have we played this year, either boys or girls, or we played back-to-back?
Right, been a bunch.
And typically you don't like to do that in basketball. Different in softball, obviously, but in basketball you're always going up and down the floor pounding. So I guess they've gotten to a point where they've just got acclimated to that.
Yeah, coaches are going to have to go home tonight and look at some film and prepare for tomorrow.
And that's
24 hours.
Yeah, that's another thing. Typically you play Tuesday, Thursday. Maybe you might have a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday game. You've always got that day in between where you can kind of at least walk through and prep. The coaches will just have to give that to them on the whiteboards before the game tomorrow night.
Yeah. What are the Zaxby second half keys to the games for the Trojanettes to pull this victory out?
Well, I think for us, Jay, we've got to be a little bit better defensively in the half court set. Glasgow did a great job of running their offense, and they had some looks, they just missed them. And then again, for us on the half court, to get into an offensive flow a little bit where we had a couple of good looks where we took them to the rim, and again, get back into that pressure that turns them over. So we've got to slow them down a little bit on the half court, do a better job on our half court defense and our offense, and then get into that pressure, turn them over a little bit.
Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial second half coming up next. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thestore.com and Nash 103.7. Third quarter coming up, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Got the Trojans and Scotties coming up in our second game of our doubleheader tonight, so stay with us. Glad to have you here from Barren County High School. Trojanettes 30, Glasgow 17. Jay Turner with Coach Darryl Murphy, Matthew Clark in the studios tonight on the controls. And it will be Glasgow's basketball to start the third period. Barren County going back with Ennis, Murphy, Hughes, Varney, and London. Glasgow with Botts, Bird, Hale, Bradley, and Cassidy. And I'd say if we're at 15% capacity tonight, Coach, that's about where we're supposed to be. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
600, about 600 or so tickets.
I agree. I agree. Yes, sir.
About as many as you can get in here with that capacity.
That's
anyway.
right. That's right. We got a good crowd here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Down low, here's Bird. We'll send it back over to Botts. Goes back to Bird. Thought about the three there for a moment. And now we'll send it back out to Botts to set up. Over goes to Bradley on the left side. Bradley off to Hale. Thought about the three from behind the arc, but we'll pass it up to give to Bird. Over goes to Cassidy against Varney. Out to Botts. Now Botts has it poked away for a moment from Murphy, but chased down by Bradley. She's picked up her dribble, needs help. Bounces it out to Hale. And now she'll bounce it to Bird. Gives it to Cassidy, can't shoot the three. Back out it comes inside there to Hale. On the right side, here's Bird with a three-point shot and almost got that one to go, but it come off the right side or left side of the rim. Here's Murphy. Oh, got in a little bit of hurry and double dribble. She wanted to pass it off.
She did. She didn't get a handle of it to be able to pass that ball to Addison London in the corner.
So Glasgow will have the ball, 6:51 to play here in the third quarter as the ball comes into Bird. Bird working the backcourt, lobs it over the left side to Cassidy. And Cassidy hasn't had a chance to get a three-point shot off tonight, Coach, and normally that's her cup of tea that she likes.
That's right. She had a couple against us over at their place, and we've done a good job of defending her.
And she has a set shot, too. I mean, it's a set shot.
It is.
You'd think you could block that shot about every time, but she can nail it if you leave her open.
Yeah, exactly. If she's got room to separate, then it's a good opportunity for her.
Botts on the right side of the floor. Out to Bradley, top of the key. Gives it over to Bird, fires it back over to Botts. She puts up a three-point shot that's no good. Rebound to Ennis for the Trojanettes.
Good box off by Raven.
Ennis fires it down through the hands of Varney and out of bounds.
Great job of boxing off down here by Raven. Abby ran the floor, just a hot pass, but she's got to have that one. That's a layup if she can catch that ball.
So Glasgow with it. We played almost 2 minutes. Neither team has scored. Botts gets the ball in play to Hale, and a trap ball gets away. It was deflected. London's got it in the corner. Murphy for the three. No good. Long rebound comes out top to Ennis. She'll fire it up for three, and it won't go. Hale with a rebound for Glasgow. Off to Botts. Botts sends it off in the left corner to Bird. Back out to Botts. Now Botts with pressure from Katie Murphy. Gives it over to Bird. And Emma Hughes swatting it away. Taps it to herself. Takes it in for the layup. It is good.
And then great defense there by Emma Hughes. Just sat down and guard there and picked her pocket and laid it in for two.
32-17. First 2 points here in the second half for either team. And Cassidy has it. Trying to work it across the midcourt stripe. Hands it off behind her to Botts. Right side is Hale. She'll put up a three, and it's an air ball. And Cassidy tried to save it, but it was too late.
I got lost in transition there a little bit. Raven didn't find her man.
Katie Murphy into the front court. Trying to get things set up. Bounce pass right over to Varney. Now Varney flips it down low in there to Ennis against Hale. Turns up and under move. Came up short. Got her on rebound. Comes to the left side of the basket. Puts it in.
Stayed with it there. Raven did get the offensive rebound and put back.
It's her 6th point of the game. 34-17. Botts trying to split the trap. She's gone for a walk.
It's a lot of contact there. A lot of contact.
So Barren County will have it on the left side of their basket with 4:38 to play here in the third quarter, leading 34-17. Here's London wide open, three in the air, no good. Offensive rebound by Varney. Circling back in the lane, throws it off the window, no good. Hale with the rebound for Glasgow. Botts, diagonal pass right side. Bird stops and fires. It's a short off the right side of the rim. And then London had it swatted away from behind by Hale. She comes up with a basketball. Gives it to Cassidy. Back out now comes to Bird. 4:10 to play here in the third quarter. Hughes almost poked that one away from her. And Bird got out of control. She walked. Hughes saves it in bounds. Nope, they said she was on the end line.
Well, I'm kind of like you, Jay, there. There was a lot of...
And Bird seems to be hurt. She's holding her left
she is her whole
leg.
Kind of down around her calf muscle there. She kind of stumbled, and like you said, I think she did walk with it, but I don't know if she kind of came down funny on it or whatnot, but she's grabbing that left calf muscle.
4:03 to go here in the third quarter. Barren County up 34-17. And remind you again, we'll be back here tomorrow night. Trojanettes will play Warren East at 5, then the Trojans and Raiders in the nightcap. Broadcast time 4:40 here tomorrow afternoon. And they're going to have to help her over to the training room there to Dwayne Miller.
Yeah,
and not sure what happened there, but
not able to put any weight on it, doesn't look like.
So they brought in Skylar Campbell to replace Cadence Bird. Ball comes out to Hale. Hale against Emma Hughes. And it's stolen away by Murphy. Kind of dug it out of there. She heads up court with it. Left side, it goes to London. Out to Varney. Feeds it down in there to Hughes. And has a shot blocked by Bradley. Looked like could have been some contact there. But
there was some
no whistle on that one.
Yeah, that was a foul.
And there's a pass in the left corner to Cassidy. Cassidy can't shoot. Gives it out to Botts, left of the circle. Gives it to Hale with 3:35 to play here in the third quarter. Bounces back out to Botts. Botts back over to Hale in the corner to Campbell. Now Botts with the top of the key. Hale with it. Guarded closely by Hughes. Bounces over to Cassidy. Cassidy drives against Varney. She falls down. Traveling violation.
Well, a lot of contact there looked like to me as well.
They're letting them play right now.
Yeah, they are. They're kind of low. There's a lot of contact there, I thought. Could have called a foul. On both ends the last
Coach
two trips.
Orlando Hayden's talking about, too.
She didn't fall down on her own, Jay.
Katie Murphy off the left side, gives it to London, circles out with it. And now gives to Varney. She circles into the paint, flips it up and in. Nice drive.
Nice strong move by Abby Varney there.
Abby Varney with 9 points. She hasn't scored since the first quarter. Pass picked off by London at midcourt. Gives to Murphy. Now to Ennis. Crossover move to the basket. Puts it up. Got it. No, they say she walked.
I don't know about that one either, Jay. To be honest, she kept dribbling the ball. But I guess you got a better look at it than I do.
2:51 to play here in the quarter. And pass picked off by Ennis. And it goes right in the hands of Hale. I believe Cassidy got a hand on it. Kind of slapped off of Ennis there. There's Campbell with it on the left side for Glasgow. They're just kind of letting them play out there right now.
Yeah, you're
19-point lead. 2.5 to go in the third. Glasgow has not scored here in the third quarter. Barron's only scored 6. Here's Campbell driving into the lane, flips up the shot, got it to go.
Nice strong move there by the 8th grader.
36-19. Ennis crossover move to the basket, flips it up, hit the bottom of the rim. And it should have been a foul right there.
I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you, Jay. A lot of contact.
No whistles being blown right here. Here's Campbell for 3, banked it in. Wow, from the left wing, banked it in off the window. 36-22. She scored both buckets here in the third quarter for the Lady Scotties. Ennis with it. Sends it out to London, left side Murphy. Bounce it in there to Ennis. Goes to the basket, puts it up and in.
Nice pass, nice cut, nice left hand by Raven there.
Murphy with the Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. And Hale has to throw it off the leg of Murphy as she was in a trap. Out of bounds with a minute 36 to play.
You think she would figure out, do not go to that corner and get trapped.
Yep, she's done it every time.
She has.
Did it in the first half.
Yeah. That's what we want them to do. That's where we want them to get it. Got to cut to the middle of the floor there and not in that corner there.
1:36 to go here in the third. It's 38-22. Pass deflected up in the air, but caught by Botts. And now Caroline Murphy's on the floor. Got Skylar Campbell. Gets it across to Botts. Mariana Bradley's in the ballgame now for Glasgow. The ball gets away from Janae Bradley. Ennis with the basketball lost the handle. And then Bradley traveled with it.
Both teams a little sluggish. They're just both of them just can't get the wheels turning in the right direction.
Barren County has scored 8 points. Glasgow has scored 5 here in the third period. Ennis on the left baseline will toss it in. Minute 17 to go, third quarter. Now Ennis gets it into Hughes on the left side, out to Murphy. Back it goes to Ennis for the three ball. It's in the air and it's no good. On the other side of the rebound comes to Bradley. Botts fires it down through the hands of Caroline Murphy and out of bounds.
Just a little high there for Caroline, just couldn't reel it in.
So Barren will have the ball with 1:03 to play here in the third, leading by 16. They led by 13 at halftime. As London has it on the left wing. Out top is Elmore, who's back in the game for the Trojanettes. Murphy out on the right side, out to Ennis with 45 seconds to go. Elmore on the left. Out it comes to London, around it goes to Ennis. And tried to pass it off, it's deflected. And here comes Campbell with it, and she may have got away with a walk. And here's Murphy throwing up the shot. It's no good. Rebound Katie Murphy for the Trojanettes with 29 seconds to play in the third quarter. Murphy, bounce pass underneath down there to Hughes, and a foul. Foul is on Botts, her second, team's first of the second half. It's the only foul's been called in the second half.
Wow.
They should have been around 10 or so.
At least 5 or 6. I'll agree with that, Jay. I'll agree with that.
Emma Hughes' free throw is good. 70% foul shooter on the season for the only senior on the Barren County Trojanette team. And she has scored 7 points tonight. Katie Gerald's coming in for Raven Ennis for the Trojanettes. And Emma Hughes back of the line. Her second shot is on the way and comes off. Rebound to Campbell for Glasgow. Up the left side of the court. Now picks up her dribble, goes to Botts. 17 seconds to go in the third. Mariana Bradley with a skip pass over the right left side. It is Campbell off the window, no good. Rebound to Katie Gerald's off to Katie Murphy. Katie Murphy throws it behind her. London, right wing three. Yes!
I tell you what, get your feet set, Jay. Looks good. Great job of Katie Murphy there, and then Addison setting up for the three.
The third People's Bank three-point shot tonight for Addison London. And the Trojanettes pull ahead by 20. It is 42-22. Barren County back to the fourth quarter after this break. This is Barren County basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. It is the fourth quarter, brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Jay Turner with Coach Daryl Murphy. Matthew Clark in the studios of Nash 103.7 tonight on the controls. Chad Withrow will be alongside here for the boys game later tonight. In for Robert Bauer, unable to be with us. 42-22, Trojanettes by 20. And as Katie Gerald's guarded out there by Bradley, gives to Hughes, left of the circle. Emma Hughes over to Raven Ennis with Caroline Murphy guarding her. She pivots around, bounces over the left side to Elmore. Elmore left of the circle, bounces it out to Murphy. Murphy now gives it to Gerald's, back to Murphy. Barren outscored Glasgow 12-5 in the third period. Down a give and go down in there to Ennis. Up and under move, flips it up off the window and in.
Well, she loves that little, like you said, Jay, up and under move there, and she's got a real soft touch after she gets to the rim.
10 points for Ennis, and it's 44-22. Here's Botts, right side over to Campbell. Campbell back out to Botts. Oh, she walked and gives it over the left side to Bradley for the long one. It's good, long two. Janae Bradley with her 6-point makes it 44-24. Ennis driving to the bucket is going to be fouled. Foul is on Janae Bradley. That is her third. Number 2 on the Lady Scotties in the second half. Raven Ennis at the line, 71.7% on the season. Free throw good. She now has 11 points on the night as Abby Varney comes into the Trojanet lineup for Katie Murphy. 45-24. Barren County with 6:53 to play here in the basketball game. Ennis puts it up and it rims good.
Nice soft touch here by Raven.
46-24. Campbell in the backcourt sends it down to Mariana Bradley. They go into Caroline Murphy and they're going to call a foul.
A little late there by Emma getting rotated over. You know, the Campbell girl for Glasgow, Jay, you said she didn't play in the first game or get for Glasgow as an 8th grader. She's looked pretty good. I mean, she's handled the pressure a little bit, gave them some depth at the bench. So.
Second foul on Emma Hughes. First one on the Trojanettes here in the second half. Almost a steal there. Varney down the floor to Mariana Bradley. Then Ennis knocks it. Ooh, she gets pushed to the floor. And foul going to be on Caroline Murphy, I think it is. It's her first and the team's third. Barren County's basketball as Katie Elmore handles it, gives it to Raven Ennis, bounces it out to Emma Hughes. Left side, Katie Geralds. Bounces out to Katie Elmore, now to Raven Ennis. 6:20 to play in the basketball game. Barren up by 22. Ennis may take her one-on-one. Steps back, 17-footer, no air ball. Saved in bounds by Elmore. Ball's loose, and Gerald's trying to save it in front of the bench, and does to Ennis. Baseball pass underneath to Varney. Puts it up. She's fouled.
A lot of hustle there from Katie Elmore again, and then a great pass, one-hand pass from Raven to Abby down on the block for the foul call.
That's 4 fouls on Janae Bradley, and the 4th one on Glasgow here in the second half. Varney is at the line and takes her time. Her free throw's on the way. It's good. 2 for 2 at the line for Abby Varney. Puts her in double figures with 10. And it's 47-24. Varney for the second toss. On the way, and that one's going to come off. Rebound to Campbell. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Botts driving left side, throws it up on the run, and it's going to go in, and she's fouled.
Nice move there by the youngster.
That's her 6th point of the ball game. Varney picks up her 3rd personal, number 2 on the Trojanettes here in the second half. Botts, 58.5% from the line. Puts it up, and it rims good. She's 3 for 3 tonight. 47-26 as Elmore goes up the right sideline. Out top, Varney. Backs out on the dribble. Gives it over now to Elmore. Here's Hughes with it. Right elbow, Gerald's in traffic, throws it up, came up short.
Good strong move, though, with the left hand as well.
Campbell poked away from behind by Ennis. Here comes Elmore with it, driving, going to the bucket, and she puts it in.
Good defense by Raven to get the easy bucket for Katie Elmore.
49-27. Botts down the court goes to Murphy, Caroline Murphy. Here's a 3 by Hale. And that is her first basket of the night. 49-30. Ennis at midcourt, trying to get away from the trap, dribbles it, and now looks and goes over to Varney on the right side. She dribbles with the left hand around the free throw line and backs away. 4:55 to go. Barren up by 19. Wide open is Katie Gerald for the pass from Katie Elmore.
Nice pass there from Katie Elmore.
Second basket for Gerald's tonight. Elmore with the Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. Makes it 51-30. 4:35 to play. Trying to work off the screen. Here's Campbell driving to the bucket. Puts it up. It missed it badly. Rebound Caroline Murphy falling away and banked it in. Caroline Murphy with her first 2 points tonight. It's 51-32. Barren led by 20 after 3 periods. Here's Katie Geralds again going underneath. Flips it up. No good. Try to reverse it up there. Knocked out of bounds by Glasgow. The Trojanettes will keep it. Mia Cassidy returning to the Glasgow lineup for Ashton Botts. And not sure what. Oh, they're going to make another change in the lineup here. Micaiah Fogel in the ballgame, 5'6" junior, number 3. And here's Katie Geralds getting fouled by Caroline Murphy. Her second, team's 5th. Barren County basketball, right baseline as Ennis will toss it in. Comes in the corner to Katie Geralds and knocked out of bounds by Murphy. So now Ennis will toss it in the right corner. Comes out to Varney. Now needs some help. And they say she lost her balance and
went out of bounds over there. A little too far.
Like she might have got a little bit of a...
She didn't fall by herself again there. Just a little bit of a nudge, but she's too close to the sideline when she receives that pass to do anything with it. Got to have a little more court awareness.
Glasgow's Mia Cassidy working against Abby Varney. Be close to a 5, I would think, but they give it off to Bradley. Back out to Cassidy. She's trying to penetrate. Can't go. Cut off in there by Varney.
Defense by the freshman.
Double dribbled. And they're going to call a foul on Varney.
Oh, come on. We tried to say that she tipped the ball, but she did all that dribbling by herself there, Jay. Didn't have anything to do with Abby Varney.
Nope. That's 4 on Varney. She's coming out, and Katie Murphy back in. 3:40 to play. The ball comes in, bounds to Cassidy. As Cassidy works against Katie Murphy, flips it off to Caroline Murphy. Goes right corner to Mariana Bradley. Back out to Hale. And a timeout called by Glasgow. And it'll be a full timeout by Glasgow at 3:26 to play. Barren County 51, Glasgow 32. Barren led by 13 at halftime, led by 20 after 3, and it's been pretty even here in the fourth quarter.
Jay, a couple of scores on the scoreboard from the girls division. I got Russell County at home. Looks like they got the 46-42 win over Rockcastle.
Okay.
And then Bowling Green, the girl at South Warren, 69-24.
69-24, Bowling Green over South Warren.
Yeah, wow. So that's, Bowling Green putting up a lot of points and then holding South Warren to 24 points there.
Those scores in the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Coming up, we'll have the CPC Commodities postgame report. Coach's comments brought to you by McDonald's, and we'll be selecting the Monticello Bank Trojanet MVP of the game. Again, tomorrow night's game, Warren East and Barren County girls at 5 o'clock, followed by the Trojans and the Raiders. Next week, I don't think I want to get that far yet, Coach.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
You never know what's going to happen.
Roger that.
Changes all the time. Cassidy with the basketball for Glasgow. Gives it out to Caroline Murphy. She goes left side with it. Over to Fogel, who's in the ball game. Back to Cassidy with 3:10 to play. Cassidy now gives it to Bradley. Drives against Hughes. She cuts her off. Looking down low, in there to Murphy, and swatted away by Geralds and out of bounds. So Mariana Bradley will toss it in for the Lady Scotties. It comes in the corner to Cassidy and goes back in the corner to Bradley. Feeds it in there to Hale. She'll throw it up and miss the shot. Rebound gets loose, and Glasgow comes up with it. Here's Cassidy, her first set shot for three. It's no good. Rebound to Katie Murphy. Outlet pass to Anna's got a 2-on-1 break. Bounce pass underneath. Shot put up, and it's not going to count. Traveling violation.
She did. Raven hit her with a good bounce pass there. Katie just couldn't gather herself. She should have took one more good dribble and finished that layup.
So Glasgow with the basketball. 2:38 to play. As Cassidy handles it out front. Going to get some reserves in for Coach Piper Lindsay here at the next whistle. Chloe Hale driving, throws up the runner, hits the front of the rim. Rebound in there by Katie Elmore. Whistle, we got jump ball or a foul? I don't think they've signaled anything yet. Going to get a foul, looks like. A holding foul on Caroline Murphy. That's her third. Team 6. So the starters are going to come out, or who was on the floor at the time, and going to get 5 new players in for Coach Piper Lindsay. Allie Bowie, a 5'8 freshman. Graceland DeWeese, a 5'10 junior. And let's see, Addison Smith is in the ball game. I want to make sure I don't leave anybody out. Mia Long is a 5'4 freshman. And 21 is Taylor Strange, a 5'8 eighth grader. 2 minutes to go here in the basketball game. There's DeWeese down low. Strange with a spin move, trying to go up with it, partially blocked. Coming down with it is Bradley for Glasgow. Ahead up to Cassidy. Back to Bradley. They swing it over to Hale. Back out to Bradley. She wants to drive with it. Right of the lane. Goes under. Throws it up over the rim. And ball goes out of bounds. Somebody was on the inline. Barren County's ball with a minute 42 left. Davany Profit, a 5'7 sophomore, checks into the Glasgow lineup. And also coming in will be Julie Johnson, number 34, 5'6 sophomore, and number 23, Cynthia Austin, a 5'6 eighth grader.
Also entering the Scotties lineup, number 23, Cynthia Austin, and number 34.
1:42 left. It's Barren County's basketball as Addison Smith brings it up court. Gives it over to DeWeese. Out to Long. Bowie back in there to Strange, dribbling into the paint, trying to go up strong for the basket and missed the shot. Got her on rebound, had it knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. They say Barren touched it last.
Strong move there by the eighth grader, Jay. Put the ball on the deck and went to the rim.
1:22 left. As Austin has the basketball for Glasgow. Pass picked off in there by DeWeese. She turns and gives it off to Long. Long in the front court. Left side over to Smith. Out top DeWeese. Over goes to Strange on the right side. And her defender fell down, tried to go up for the shot, had it blocked on her. Then threw it away. And coming up with it, Lady Scotties with 54 seconds to go. Mariana Bradley, as she sends it down in the corner. Ball slapped away and got back, and then going to lose it out of bounds. Bradley lost it out of bounds. And going to get a couple of more new players in the ball game. And Ashley Atkinson, a 5'7 seventh grader. And also in is Chesney McPherson, a 5'2 freshman. And Emma Sampson, number 4, a 5'4 sophomore. So everybody getting a little playing time tonight for the Trojanettes with 30 seconds left to go. Glasgow with the basketball. As Profit has trouble against Bowie. And a 5-second count.
Great ball pressure there by Allie Bowie. It's a turnover.
Yep. Barren County basketball with the final 19.3. Ball comes into McPherson. Sends it off to Sampson. Bowie almost lost the handle there, but got rid of it over to DeWeese. 8 seconds to play. Diagonal pass left side. Here's McPherson with a shot. No good for 3. Rebound Bowie. Throws it back over to Atkinson. Fires it up at the horn. It's good.
Got it, Jay.
Atkinson, the 7th grader, will get in the scorebook tonight for the Trojanettes, and Barren County wins it 53-32 over Glasgow tonight to go to 10-5 on the year. Glasgow falls to 4-7 on the season. And we'll get Coach Piper Lindsay in for Coach's comments. Brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal today at your Glasgow McDonald's. Coach, congratulations to you. Win number 10 in the books.
Oh, yeah. It was a good win for us.
Well, I know that Glasgow was without Adwell tonight, so they were pretty shorthanded, but they did come to play, though. We kind of battled there the first quarter and then kind of pulled away toward the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job defensively. I mean, I told them the other night, when a kid goes out, somebody else has to make up for the lost points or the lost shots or whatever, and I felt like Veach did a really good job. I told them, let's not let that happen tonight. Let's not anybody be a star, because of the best player, best scorer being out, and, I thought we did a pretty good job with that.
And you had 3 players in double figures. Looking at the scoring tonight, you had Raven Ennis with 12. You had Addison London, who got back on track with those 3-point shots. She hit 3 of them tonight for you. She had 11, and Abby Varney had 10.
Well, good. And I told them that, I thought we shared the ball really, really well. We passed the ball here and there and got really good looks and saw each other in the open court as well and ran in transition. I feel like we did a lot of little things right tonight.
Got Warren East tomorrow. Game you were supposed to play Tuesday night, but because of impending weather maybe moving in, decided to back that one up. We're going to play tomorrow night. Warren East, a team that hasn't played a lot of basketball this year, but they've got a couple of good players, especially those we've seen last year in the regional tournament that we had to fight tooth and nail against with Patterson and Forrester.
Yeah, Patterson's tough. I think she's averaging like 19 a game right now. We've got to make sure we locate her, especially in transition, and then Forrester, she's always a big load inside. We've got to make sure we rebound. I think tonight we let them get a couple offensive boards that we shouldn't have. We definitely have to key in on that tomorrow.
Right. Coach, congratulations to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Coach Piper Lindsay and the Trojanettes with win number 10 tonight against the Glasgow Lady Scotties. 53-32 the final score. And we will come back with the CPC Commodities post-game report in a moment. CPC Commodities, proven in our farm and made for yours. Again, the Trojanettes 53, Glasgow 32. We'll return after this break. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Save on Southern States and
And we welcome you to the CPC Commodities post-game report as the Trojanettes win tonight 53-32 over the Glasgow Lady Scotties. Barren County improves to 10-5 on the year. Glasgow falls to 4-7 on the season. Trojanettes led 18-10 at the end of the first quarter, went ahead 30-17 at halftime. After outscoring Glasgow 12-7 in the second period, they also outscored the Lady Scotties 12-5 in the third to take a 20-point lead after three, 42-22, and finish up with a 53-32 win. Glasgow tonight had 12 field goals. 4 of those were three-pointers. They were 4 of 8 from the charity stripe. Scoring-wise, Ashton Botts had 7. Chloe Hale had 4, 2 for Caroline Murphy. Cadence Bird, who went out with an injury late in the ball game, finished the night in the lead as far as the leading score. She had 8 points and knocked down 2 3-pointers tonight. 5 points for Skylar Campbell and 6 for Janae Bradley. For the Trojanettes tonight, 21 field goals, 3 3-pointers, 6 of 9 from the charity stripe. Trojanettes had 3 players in double figures, led by Raven Ennis, who had 12 tonight. 5 baskets, 2 for 2 at the line. Addison London with 3 threes tonight and a 2-point basket for 11. Abby Varney scored 10 on 4 baskets and 2 of 3 from the foul line. 7 points for Emma Hughes tonight, 3 baskets, 1 of 2 from the stripe. 6 points for Katie Elmore, a couple of field goals, and actually she scored, she had 5 tonight. She had 2 baskets and 1 of 2 from the foul line. So 5 points for Elmore, 4 for Katie Geralds, and 2 for Katie Murphy tonight. And our Monticello Bank Trojanet MVP of the game tonight will go to Addison London as she knocked down 3 threes tonight, giving her a total of 18 threes on the season. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. When we come back, we'll get set for the Trojans and the Scotties in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Coming up next, always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Basketball.
And we welcome you back to Barren County High School for tonight. The Barren County Trojans and the Glasgow Scotties. Hard to believe it's only been 2 weeks ago. The Trojans beat the Scotties over at Glasgow High 65-58. as Ryan Shirley led the way for Coach Warren Cunningham in that ballgame with 20 points. Gavin Withrow had 13. Trojans were 21 of 53 for 39.6% of that game. Only hit 4 of 18 threes, but did hit 19 of 27 free throws. Now rebounded Glasgow 27 of 19 on the boards. Glasgow shot even better than Barren County in that ballgame. They shot 50%, 22 of 44, and hit 6 of 16 threes, and 8 of 10 at the foul line, which was the difference in the ballgame, with the Trojans scoring 11 more points from the foul line. As Sam Bowling had 25, and Brendan Short had 12. Jackson Poland had 12 points in that ballgame. And as far as Short, he is not dressed tonight. I think he may have had a concussion, Chad, back in the game right after the Barren County game, so he has been out the last couple of games.
Yeah, and the word that we've heard is that he may not be back the rest of the year.
Is that right?
Don't know that for sure, but
that's
he had an accident this summer with the weights that fell on him, and they think maybe it's led to some of this, what's going on now. So you just hope for the best for the kid and hope he's healthy. That's the main thing, and we wish him well and gets back as soon as he possibly can.
Trojans coming off a loss, broke an 8-game win streak for the Trojans on Tuesday night. Lost to South Warren 40-36. 36 the fewest points the Trojans have scored this season, as you go back to actually 2 years ago when Barren lost to Clinton County 63-32, but 36 the fewest points they've scored. And that's what South Warren likes to do. They try to keep the score down. They beat Greenwood 43-41, then they come in here and win 40-36.
Yeah, I thought we played hard. We weren't real sharp offensively, and you hold a team to 40, you think you're going to win, but we missed a lot of layups, open shots, and that's you're afraid of a letdown. I don't know if it was a letdown from winning or just we played a lot of games back to back, one day off play, so you don't know if fatigue mentally and physically caught up with them, but they should be ready to go tonight. They haven't played since Tuesday, so should be ready to go tonight and look for a battle from both teams.
Yeah, Barren County only shot 35% of that game against South Warren, 14 of 40, hit 4 of 14 from behind the arc. Glasgow losing to Cumberland County on Tuesday night in Burkesville, 71-63, despite shooting 42% from the field and hitting 6 of 17 threes and 13 of 18 from the foul line. They had 3 players in double figures. Sam Bowling had 24, Ashton Serwinski had 11, and John Carter Myers had 10 points in that game despite the loss to the Panthers on Tuesday night. Barren County comes in 11-4 on the year. Glasgow is 7-7. The Scotties ranked 11th in the Lexington Herald Leader this week, 10th in the Bowling Green Daily News, and 11 in the Sporting Times poll in the 4th region. Barren County came in number 4 in the Lexington Herald Leader this week, number 2 in the Bowling Green Daily News prep poll after that triple overtime win over Warren Central last Saturday night. And Sporting Times ranked number 3 in the region. Of course, the seeds have already set. The district tournament's already set. Allen County, Scottsville, the number 1 seed. Barren County, the 2. Glasgow, the 3. And Monroe County, the 4. So Barren County and Glasgow will play each other here in the middle of March in the 15th district tournament.
Yeah, play them 3 times. We played them 2 years in a row, the first round of the district, and they got us both times. So we have not very many of these kids played, but hopefully they'll remember that and revenge. I think going back to losing Brennan Short, I think that's a big loss for Glasgow.
Yeah.
He's a very good shooter, and he hurt us over there. So losing him is you hate to see any kid not play, but it's a big loss for them, I think.
Yeah. Since the Barren County loss, the Scotties lost to Allen County Scottsville 76-59. They won 3 straight over Metcalf 77-69, Caverna 67-49, and Edmonson County 70-48 before the 8-point loss to Cumberland County on Tuesday night. Glasgow is averaging almost 65 points a game, and they give up almost 64 to their opponents. 47% from the field as a team, average about 5 threes a game. They shoot 70% as a team from the foul line and average 24 rebounds a game. The Trojans are averaging about 58 and a half points a game, giving up 54 and a half, shooting 42.2% from the field overall, averaging about 4.7 threes a game, and shooting at 70% from the foul line and 26 rebounds a game. So we'll see what happens tonight. Trojans with a 65-58 win over Glasgow 2 weeks ago. Of course, Bowling hit 2 back-to-back threes there late with just seconds to go. And so it was actually a 13-point lead for the Trojans.
It was close till, about 5 or 6 minutes ago in the game, and we pushed it out. And honestly, I didn't think we played particularly well over there defensively. We give up a lot of easy baskets and drives to the basket that we're accustomed to not seeing against this team. So we'll see what tonight is if they get that corrected and our defense is a little bit better, and hopefully won't come down to the wire like it has every game just about we've had.
That's true. Back with more of the pregame report. Tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
SCRTC Sports Package with the current fiber expansion.
And we're about 4 minutes away from the start of this basketball game between the Trojans and the Scotties. Some games around the area tonight brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. Edmonson County's at Butler County. These are doubleheaders tonight. Metcalf at Cumberland. And you got a score on that Metcalf-Cumberland girls game. I think the last report, overtime. 46-46. Metcalf and Cumberland girls heading to overtime. Warren East boys at Greenwood tonight. Rockcastle at Russell County. I think Russell County beat Rockcastle tonight in the girls game. Franklin Simpson at Russellville. Bowling Green at South Warren. And Bowling Green all over South Warren tonight in that girls game. It was 69-24. Bowling Green over South Warren tonight. Allen County Scottsville boys at Taylor County. Logan County girls at Todd Central. Warren Central boys at Owensboro. Monroe County boys at Caverna. Starting lineups when we come back after this break. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Starting lineups brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. James Willett in his 6th season at Glasgow, 80 wins and 84 losses. He did take 2 teams to the regional tournament by way of winning the district championship. He will start tonight. Sam Bowling, 6'2", 165 at a junior, averaging 20.6 points and 4 rebounds. Jackson Poland, a 5'9", 160-pound junior, averaging 14 points a game. Ashton Serwinski, 5'11", 170 a junior, 11.5 points, 6 rebounds. John Carter Myers, 6'1", 180 a junior, 4.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. And Trey Brown will start in place of Brennan Short, 6', 155 at a junior, averaging 3.4. 5 juniors in the starting lineup for the Scotties tonight. Warren Cunningham in his 13th season at Barren, 222 wins, 160 losses. The last 10 years, he's 202 and 98. 5 district championships, 6 20-plus win seasons, 10 winning seasons, 7 fourth region tournament appearances, 1 Region 4 runner-up. Starting Gavin Withrow, 5'9", 150 a senior, averaging 9.5 points a game. Tay Pointer, 6', 160 a junior, 12.5 points a game. Ryan Shirley, 6'2", 190 and a junior, 7.5 points, 5 rebounds. Mason Griggs, 6'1", 155 and a junior, 12.5 points and 4 rebounds. And Corbin Murphy, 6'3", 235 and a senior, averaging 2 points a game for the Trojans.
Good crowd here tonight, probably the biggest of the season.
The best crowd we've had at the 15% capacity. I think we've used all the vouchers tonight.
It's pretty close to the capacity. Yep. Good to see you.
Again, we're back here tomorrow night. The Trojans and Trojanettes hosting Warren East. The girls' game will start at 5 o'clock. Boys' game to follow. Be on there at 4:40 tomorrow night. Coach Darryl Murphy for the girls' game. Chad, you be back with me for the boys tomorrow night, I guess.
The good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise.
Robert's out, going to be out for a few days, so he'll be back with us hopefully, probably not next week, because I don't know that we'll get a game in next week. If it
Maybe
does
they'll
what they say it's going to do. I hope they miss it big time next week. Yeah, got a final score in. Cumberland County girls beat Metcalfe County tonight, 54-49. That's 3 wins in a row for Cumberland County.
They went a few years there, didn't win a game, didn't they? Or didn't win many.
They were 0-10, and then they beat Monroe, they beat Glasgow, and now they beat Metcalfe.
Well, good for them.
So they've really improved here down the stretch.
Nothing against the teams they beat, but when you see a team hadn't won a game, it's nice to see them win.
Absolutely. Scotties will be in a, what is that, dark gray uniform, I guess?
Gray trimmed in Carolina blue,
Carolina blue. And white trim around the letters and numbers. And the Trojans tonight in their home white, burgundy and gold numbers and letters outlined in gold. This definitely feels like a real game.
Yes, it does.
Got the crowd,
nice, isn't it?
You got the band, you got the dance team, you got the cheerleaders.
Yep.
And so this feels more like a game than any game I guess we've had this year.
Yep. Good to see.
Student sections all spread out.
They are.
In the lower bleachers.
Dressed all in black, so I don't know if it's a blackout or if they just all happen to wear the same color, but it's good to see this many people in here, and hopefully we'll see a good game.
The officials for tonight's game are the same 3 we had of the girls: Tommy Young, Mark Curry, Damian Wheeler. Game officials: Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene, Farmers RECC, Jackie Browning, Memorial Opening Half. And our first quarter of action brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities they serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Barren County with the basketball. Here's Withrow over to Griggs. They try to trap him. They give it out to Pointer. Now Pointer back to Griggs. He wants to drive. He's cut off. Bounces back out to Pointer. Thought about the 3. Drives into the free throw line area. We'll dish it back over to Withrow. Now gives it in the corner. Pointer for 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Trey Brown. Brown starting in place of Brennan Short tonight for the Glasgow Scotties. Here's Jackson Poland working against Withrow. On the left side, it comes to Myers. He'll give it out to Serwinski. Serwinski goes right side with it to Poland. Now Poland looking inside. Now on the dribble, he's going to fire up a 3-point shot, and it is off high. Ball tipped right underneath and put up and in by Myers. So Glasgow gets on the scoreboard first with 50 seconds gone to the contest. Ryan Shirley is going to be fouled at midcourt as they were hanging on to him. It'll be on Serwinski.
We had 2 guys down there for the rebound, and we just kind of stood and did not go after it.
So Barren County will have the basketball. 7:06 to go first quarter. Glasgow leading 2-0. Here's Withrow into the front court, top of the key, over the right side to Griggs, back to Withrow. Nobody over there. Corner was open there for a moment, couldn't find him. Now Griggs is going to be called for an extra step. Pivoted around, got trapped down low.
Not a very sharp start for us.
So the ball comes into Poland. He'll bring it up against Withrow. Now Poland brings it in front court. Left-handed pass come to Myers. They feed it in there to Bowling. Down low, throws it off in the right corner now to Poland. Back out to Myers, now to Bowling. Now Bowling on the dribble. Getting a screen from Brown. He'll give it over the right side to Myers. Myers hands it off to Poland. Curling around, going down the lane, puts it up. It's good and a foul. And they're going to call the foul on Gavin Withrow. That's his first and the team's first. Poland is an 80% foul shooter on the year. Puts it up and hits it. 5-0 Glasgow, 2-2-1. Stolen by Poland. Puts it up, blocked by Shirley and out of bounds.
Well, kind of left over from the way we played against South Warren, not paying attention and just going through the motion so far.
Yeah. Glasgow's basketball. Poland sends it way out almost to midcourt to Myers. Scotties with a 5-0 lead. Trey Brown gives it to Serwinski. He wants to drive against Pointer, cuts him off. Wanted to shoot the three, gives to Bowling. Now Bowling will go left of the lane. He'll throw it up. It is good. Glasgow with a 7-0 lead to start this ball game. 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Shirley in trouble. Gets rid of it off to Griggs. He's in a trap. They're going to have to hurry, and Coach Warren Cunningham has to call a timeout.
Everybody just stood. I mean, no one went to the ball and just kind of stood around. Not sure what we're doing.
Glasgow's out to a 7-0 lead, and 3 players have scored for the Scotties here early.
We're not very good defensively. We're not very good offensively. We've only gotten one shot up, and turnover. Offensive rebound, so...
You got to treat this game as if it were the first game of the district tournament.
Yeah. You don't want to come in here and let them have success, come in, knowing you're going to play them the first game of the district and give them confidence. And right now, they look like the more confident team and the more aggressive team.
Ball comes into Withrow. Got a 2-2-1 half-court trap. As Shirley lobs it over the left side of Withrow. Pulls up at the free throw line. Turning, giving it over to Griggs. Back to Withrow. Bounce pass in the corner to Pointer. Trying to go baseline. He's cut off. He's in a trap. Fires it back in there to Griggs underneath to Shirley, and he's going to be fouled.
They're prone to foul, and their bench is not real deep. That's 2 on them the first 2.5 minutes, so maybe we can get them in a little foul trouble.
Fouls on Trey Brown, his first, team second. Barren County will have it underneath. Griggs will toss it in. In the right corner, Withrow going baseline. His jump shots, he's in there.
I think that foul was on 11.
Well, he signaled 30.
Did he?
Yeah, probably should have went to 11.
Yeah, he's the one that fouled him, but...
Here's Jackson Poland with the basketball. Right side it goes to Brown. Out to Serwinski. Left side with it to Bowling. Bowling off the screen. Gives it back to Serwinski. Long, deep three is off the mark. Ball poked outside. Chased down by Brown at midcourt. And they lose it out of bounds at midcourt across the way.
Again, we blocked out, but we did not go after the rebound, and they almost got another one.
Yeah. Griggs with it on the right side. Giving it over to Withrow. Long three. No good. Ball tapped over, and it's caught there by Myers. Shirley got a tap on it, but couldn't pull down the rebound. In the corner, Serwinski, three, rattles out, followed, no good for Brown. He's fouled. And Ryan Shirley gets his first personal, number 2 on the Trojans. And we're going to see
3 subs.
3 reserves coming in for Coach Warren Cunningham here in just a second. Brown puts it up in the air, and it is no good. Brown's only a 38.5% shooter. Lane Stevens, Eli Brooks, and Aiden Miller checking into the Trojan lineup. And Brown back at the stripe for Glasgow. They lead it 7-2. Second shot in the air. It's good for Brown. 8-2 Scotties. They stay with it 2-2-1. And Lane Stevens in the backcourt bounces over to Griggs. Pass deflected by Serwinski, and then Griggs try to tap it, but Brown comes up with it for the Scotties. Here's Jackson Poland right down the lane, flips it up and in. Can't find a way to cut him off. It's 10-2. Poland has half of the Scotty points here in the first quarter. In the middle goes to Miller. Left side with it to Withrow. Withrow penetrating right of the lane. He'll go up and ball gets smacked away. And then Lane Stevens try to get it back, but then Sam Bowling comes up with a basketball.
Oh, we're sloppy. Terrible.
10-2. Scotty's on top. 3:53 to play in the first quarter. Brown with it on the right side. Brown feeds it off in the right corner. Here's Bowling driving. Puts up a fall-away jumper. It's no good. Crashing the boards, Myers. Out for Poland. Three. Got it. (13-2). Glasgow. 3.5 to go. As Griggs stops and fires it off to Brooks. Bounce pass down in there to Miller. Got his defender off the ground, but couldn't finish with a shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Good shot fake.
2 on Trey Brown. And Aiden Miller at the line. Only a 47.5% foul shooter on the year, averaging 7.4 points a game for the 6'4 sophomore. His free throw's good. 13-3. Colton Stevens in the ball game, 5'7", 145 junior. And here's Miller back of the line. His second shot also good. Right now, only one starter in the ball game for Barren County, and that is Mason Griggs.
I don't think Coach Cunningham's real happy with the effort.
Poland's going to drive to the bucket, and he puts it up and in. Poland's off to a big night already. 10 points here in this first quarter, 15-4. Griggs right side to Colton Stevens. 3 minutes to play in the first. Too much dribbling going on. Over goes to Griggs to the left side in the corner to Brooks. Cross-court pass in the corner. Back out it comes to Colton Stevens with a runner. No good. Rebound claimed in there by Myers. He'll give it off to Bowling. Bowling dumps it down in there underneath, and a shot put up and in, and a foul. Javon Clark just checked in the game for Glasgow. Gets the bucket and the foul on Miller. His first, team's third. Glasgow 17-4 right now. As Clark is a 38% shooter on the season. He puts it up and he missed it badly. Rebound to Miller. Trojans need a bucket badly.
Yeah, we've only got one bucket in almost 6 minutes.
Right side it goes to Griggs. He can't penetrate. He gets double teamed. Gives it out to Brooks for three. It is no good. Aiden Miller with the offensive board. Back to Colton Stevens. Back to Brooks. Thought about the three again. He'll pass it off to Colton Stevens. Goes right side with it to Griggs with a spin move. Back out to Stevens. He'll throw up a floater. It's short. Underneath. Bowling with it. Here comes Poland. Poland hooks it off and a pass out of bounds. Intended for Javon Clark. Gavin Withrow back in the ball game now for Barren County with 2:10 to play in the quarter. Also Tay Pointer returning to the Trojan lineup for Mason Griggs.
We've got to help. I mean, when somebody's got a head of steam coming, it's hard to stop them without someone else trying to, help on the drive. And we're just standing and watching. And then, we're not getting much done.
Turnaround shot by Miller. Good, and a foul.
That's a big shot there.
And the foul on Clark, his first, team's fourth. Aiden Miller has scored 4 of Barren County's 6 points, and at the line here with a chance to make an old-fashioned three-point play. Puts it up, and it's good.
Going to the 1-2-2 half-court trap here. Just try to change it up just a little bit.
17-7. Poland Gets rid of it over to Myers. Cross-court pass comes to Clark. Now Clark throws it back across over to Myers. Down the corner to Bowling. He'll throw it back to Myers. Myers back to Bowling on the right side. Bounces back to Poland. He'll hook it off in the left corner. Serwinski. Now Serwinski's in a trap. Feeds to Poland. Throws it up in the air, and it's no good. Going to the basket. Rebound to Miller. Gets rid of the basketball to Withrow. Withrow back out to Miller. Three-pointer in the air. Swing!
Good thing he came to play.
That's right. Aiden Miller has 8 of Barren County's 10. It's 17-10. Diagonal pass comes to Clark. He'll give it out to Poland. Over it goes to Myers. Myers bounces back to Poland. Diagonal pass over to Bowling. Bowling wants to drive to the bucket. He'll put it up and in.
Again, no one helped.
19-10. Glasgow leads it. Withrow out to Lane Stevens. Back to Withrow. 53 seconds to go in the quarter. Right side corner's Pointer. Gives it back out to Lane Stevens. Lane Stevens dribbles and gives it to Withrow. Long range left. Back to Stevens. Top of the key over to Pointer. Pointer on the dribble. Trying to drive. Bounce pass. Right corner to Miller. Trying to go baseline. Almost threw it away. Gives it over to Lane Stevens for 3. Bounces high off the rim. Rebound pulled down by John Carter Myers. 27 seconds to go. Here goes Poland throwing it up off the board. Got a whistle and a foul. Foul on Tay Pointer, his first, team's 4th. Call a foul out on the floor as Ryan Shirley returns to the Trojan lineup with 25 seconds to go here in the first. Poland will toss it in right side of the bucket. Sends it out to Serwinski. He's motioning Poland to come get it. Hands it back off to Poland. Zigzags into the lane. He gets trapped in there. Giving it back out to Serwinski. Back out to Poland. 13 seconds to go. Poland down to 10. Brooks almost poked it away from him. Gives it back to Clark on the left side. Has it stripped away. Here's Pointer. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Throws it up. It is short at the horn. And that ends the first quarter of play. But Glasgow has raced out to a 19-10 lead over Barren County. We'll come back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now, back to courtside with...
Second quarter underway. Jackson Poland with it. Gives to Myers. Down the left corner, Serwinski. Out to Bowling. Bowling wants to drive a collision. That's going to be a blocking foul on Ryan Shirley, his second. Team's 5th.
He had good position. He was going to make him take a tough shot, but he just kind of threw it at the back. I mean, just fell down and left no choice but to call a foul, really.
Right. A couple of changes in lineup here as Corbin Murphy's back in for the Trojans. They whip it around the perimeter. Poland dropped it out of bounds.
You know, they beat us to every offense, every rebound and every hustle play was theirs that quarter, and that's usually don't happen to us.
Yeah, their largest lead was 17-4. It's now 19-10. Here in the second period of play, Withrow getting some pressure out front, gives to Miller. He'll give it out to Pointer. Back to Withrow. Back to Pointer. Straight away with a three-point shot. No good. Ball slapped that long, but caught by Clark. Here's Bowling on the left side. Working against Pointer. Kicks it out to Serwinski for 3. Good.
Wide open.
22-10. Glasgow on top. Withrow getting pressure from Serwinski. Gives it over to Griggs. Griggs stops and gives it to the baseline. Miller with a jumper. Good. Miller with 11.
They're giving him the ball every time to shoot it.
Actually, he's got 10 of Barren County's 12. Here's Poland penetrating. Bounce underneath to Myers. He'll throw it up and in. A little reverse up and in for John Carter Myers. And it's 24-12. Glasgow has doubled it up on Barren County. In the corner, Pointer going baseline, cut off. Back out to Griggs, trying to penetrate. Can't go. Out to Withrow. Back in the corner to Griggs. Back to Withrow. Pulls the trigger for three. Yes! Gavin Withrow with the People's Bank three-point shot. It's 24-15 Glasgow. And it comes to Myers.
Had two guys to score, is that right?
That's it. Miller with 10, Withrow with 5. And driving, here's Poland going to the bucket, rolls it in. Well, Poland has 12 of Glasgow's 26. 26-15. Griggs straight away over to Withrow. Back over goes to Griggs. Trying to backtrack into Clark. He'll give it off to Murphy. Back to Griggs. Sends it to Withrow. Bounce pass off to Pointer in the left corner. And now he'll dribble it out. Bounces off to Withrow. Straight away, three off the front of the rim. Rebound, Corbin Murphy. Back up, no good. Bowling with a rebound for Glasgow. Here comes Poland in the front court. Poland now trying to accelerate a little bit. Goes in the left corner. Gives it over to Serwinski. Serwinski back out to Bowling. And now Bowling gives it to Serwinski on the left wing. In the corner to Poland. Dumps it back behind him to Serwinski. Out of the corner, lets it go for three. It is no good. Ball hits the floor. Poland goes in, lays it up, missed it. Rebound on there, Serwinski and Murphy battling for the jump ball. Possession arrow going to the Trojans. And we'll get a timeout on the floor with 5:08 to go here in the first half. It is the Trojans trailing the Scotties 26-15. So we take a People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. Starting to get a little physical out there.
Yeah, it is. That could have been a foul. They called it jump ball, but it was a very physical play.
Yep.
We've got to do something to stop the penetration. They're killing us driving the ball, and we're not doing a good job of guarding the ball or helping either one. So we'll have to find a solution to that really quick.
Don't forget, tomorrow night we're back here. The girls, the Trojanettes, playing the Lady Raiders of Warren East at 5 o'clock, followed by the Trojans and Raiders in the nightcap. Of course, Trojanettes were supposed to have played Warren East on Tuesday night of next week, but because of the weather possibly moving in, they moved that game to tomorrow. The Trojans game with the Raiders, that game was supposed to have been played January the 5th, but Warren East had some COVID issues. They're only playing their 4th game of the season.
Yeah, that's hard to believe. It's hard to believe.
Next week, I would say, is up in the air as far as waiting to see what the weather's going to do.
We had 4 games scheduled, so that would be a big loss if we lose all of them.
Yeah. All right, let's see if the Trojans can make up some room here with 5:06 to go in the first half, trailing by 11. As Tay Pointer sends it out to Griggs. He'll fire a three, and it bounces high off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Clark. They're settling for a lot of threes right now, and they're not going in. Right side is Myers, back out to Poland.
Now we've gone zone. 3-2.
3-2 zone by Barren County. And now Poland goes straight away over to Clark. Back to Poland. 4.5 left in the second quarter. And Poland's just going to stand out there and dribble the basketball. Poland out near midcourt, dribbling the basketball. Sends it over to Clark on the right side. Back to Poland. Now Poland backing out almost to midcourt. They're going to spread the floor out here. 3:49 to play. Taking some time off the clock. And now they're going to call him for palming the basketball. Bowling palmed the basketball, and Barren County will get it. Eli Brooks coming back into the Trojan lineup for Corbin Murphy. 3:45 left in the half. Trojans just 15 points so far. Griggs with the basketball gives to Lane Stevens, who's back on the court. Now Griggs wants to penetrate. Jumper, 15-footer, no good. Clark with a rebound for Glasgow. Boland, crossover to the right, shovels it out to Bowling. Bowling, jump pass left side. Clark drives into the paint, throws up the shot. It's no good. And an offensive foul on Clark. That'll be his second of the team's fifth. Barren County's basketball, 3:23 left in the second period.
We've got to get some movement. We're just standing and then just settling for threes or tough shots.
Right side goes to Brooks. Back around the perimeter. Here's Griggs. Bounce pass in the corner to Pointer on the left side. Back out to Griggs, trying to penetrate. Spin move. Goes up with a shot in the lane. No good. Ball slapped out. Caught in the corner by Pointer. He'll give it back out to Griggs. Lane Stevens back to Griggs, penetrating down in the lane, flips up the shot.
Good. There he tacked. He missed the first one. It was a good move, and then tacked again. So that's what we've got to do.
He's only the third Trojan to score, 26-17. Myers putting down the dribble against Lane Stevens. Serwinski hands it off out to Pointer to Poland. Poland trying to get the screen set, drives, and a whistle. We're going to call a tripping foul.
I don't they just reach. I mean, we've got him going in tough spot, and we reach in and bail him out.
Yeah. First foul on Eli Brooks, 6 against the Trojans. Clark's going to check out for Glasgow. Trey Brown back in. He's playing with 2 fouls. Both Clark and Brown have 2 fouls. They don't go much deeper than that.
No, they're kind of interchangeable. They play kind of similar, and I guess he's just buying time for one.
Yep. Serwinski wanting to drive with it. He's cut off. Gives to Poland. Now Poland back out deep. It comes to Myers. 2:20 left in the half. Barren down by 9. Poland with it on the right side against Griggs. Gets a screen set by Serwinski, but gets rid of it over to Bowling. And now Bowling wants to make a move on Pointer. Pulls up with a jumper off balance. No good. Rebound by Eli Brooks. Feeds it to Griggs. He goes under. Puts it up and ball tapped out. Missed the shot. Lane Stevens from 15. No good. Myers with a rebound for Glasgow. Missed a great opportunity to score that trip. Poland against Griggs. Gives it over to Myers. Gives it in there to Brown. He walked. .141 left in the half. Barren down 9. It's 26-17. Trailed by as many as 13. Right side corner Brooks. Had the opening there, but didn't take it. And here's Pointer out of the left corner for 3. It is no good. Rebound comes off long. Here's Bowling. He's going to take it to the basket and stuff it. 28-17. Glasgow. And a whistle and a blocking foul.
A good call there.
As Brown is going to be charged with his 3rd personal. That's number 6 on the Scotties in the first half. And Eli Brooks will be going to the charity stripe. Or are they going to call it on the floor?
No. Yeah, they're calling it on the floor.
Okay, both teams with 6 fouls and 1:20 left before halftime. Trojans going to have to get something going here. Down by 11. With throw, feeds it in there to Griggs. He works under, puts up the shot. He's going to be fouled.
He needs to go up strong instead of that up and under. He had the opening, but he got fouled. But go up and score over him. He can.
Foul is on Sam Bowling, his first, team 7th. Mason Griggs at the line, a 78% foul shooter on the year. Puts it up and missed it. He's got one more. And he hits that one to make it 28-18. 1:13 left in the first half. Poland with the basketball for Glasgow. But with the right side, it goes to Myers. He wants to drive against Brooks. Hands it off to Bowling.
They just spread you out and take you one-on-one is basically what they do, and they're doing a very good job of it.
Poland against Griggs with 52 seconds to play. And in the corner goes to Serwinski. Try to set a screen for him. He has to bring it back out, give it to Poland. Had it poked away. Griggs has got it. He'll take it to the basket, lays it up and in.
Good play.
28-20. Bowling having trouble. Timeout by James Willett. Barren County's cut it to 8 and 33.6 to play. In the first half, it's 28-20. Scotties on top. They've led it from the start. 30-second timeout. Join James Brown and John Butler every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock for the Brown Sports Bag on 104.7 The Score or 104thescore.com. An hour-long sports show devoted to high school and college sports. Also check out 104 The Score's James Brown for photos, stories, and more from Trojan and Trojanette basketball. Log on to 104thescore.com or the 104 The Score Facebook page. Well, the Scotties have scored 9 points here in this second quarter. Barren County has scored 10.
I understand in a way why Glasgow tried to slow it down, but they were having a lot of success by being aggressive, and sometimes it can hurt you when you start backing it out.
Right.
This early in the game especially.
Bowling with it on the right side. Gets a screen from Serwinski. He's cut off by Lane Stevens. He'll hand it back off to Poland with 15 seconds to play. Now Poland. Left side with it to Bowling. 9 seconds to go. Gets a screen. He'll hook it off in the right corner. Poland has it blocked by Griggs and out of bounds with 3 seconds left.
Big stop here. Mentally, it's a big difference stopping them here and going down 8 instead of 10 in the locker room here.
Yeah. And Poland will toss it in the right corner for Glasgow. Comes out to Bowling. Bowling will launch it up for 3. Got it. With a man in his face. And that'll do it for the first half. It's Glasgow 31, Barren County 20. We'll come back as our second quarter was brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Back with the South Central Bank halftime report in a moment. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And it is halftime. The Trojans are trailing the Scotties 31-20 here at the break. Glasgow led 19-10 at the end of the first quarter. Scotties outscored the Trojans 12-10 in the second period of play. So we welcome you to the South Central Bank halftime report. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. And for Glasgow in the first half, they knocked down 13 field goals. 3 of those were three-pointers. They were 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. Jackson Poland leads the way for the Scotties. He has 12 points in the first half. He scored 10 of those in the first quarter. 9 for Sam Bowling. He hit the 3 right before the buzzer to end the half. 4 baskets, 1 of those a three-point shot. Ashton Serwinski hit a three-point shot. John Carter Myers, a couple of field goals for 4. Javon Clark with 2 and Trey Brown with 1. Foul situation for the Scotties. Brown picked up 3. Clark has 2 for Coach James Willett. For the Trojans, only 7 field goals in the first half. 2 of those were three-point shots. Barren was 4 of 5 from the foul line. And Aiden Miller has come off the bench to score half of the Trojans' points. He has 10 of Barren County's 20 points in the first half. He had 3 baskets, 1 of those a three-point shot, and he was 3 for 3 from the foul line. He scored 8 of his 10 in the first quarter. Gavin Withrow with 5 points in the first half, with 3 and a 2. Mason Griggs with 5 points, all those coming to the second period of play. 2 baskets and 1 of 2 from the foul line, and that's it. Only 3 Trojans have scored in the first half. Tate Horner hasn't scored. Ryan Shirley hasn't scored. Corbin Murphy hasn't scored. And the guys that came in, Eli Brooks, Colton Stevens, and Lane Stevens, all scoreless in the first half. If it hadn't been for Aiden Miller, it'd be 31-10 right now.
He gave us a big lift, and I know the offense is not great, but I'm sure Coach Cunningham was more disappointed in giving up the 31 points than scoring the 20, because the only shot that I remember that they've made that's been contested was the last one there right before half. But they have drove it on us. Nobody stops the ball. They have shot threes on us, wide open. We're not talking, communicating on who's got who. And that's a good recipe to be down 11 at the half.
Yep. Ryan Shirley picked up 2 fouls in the first half, 1 each on Gavin Withrow, Tate Pointer, Aiden Miller, and Eli Brooks. And so that's where we stand here at the break. It's 31-20. Glasgow on top by 11. If you missed the girls' game tonight, the Trojanettes winning 53-32 over the Lady Scotties. And again, the way our schedule is right now, tomorrow night back here for makeup game, both girls and boys against Warren East. The girls' game at 5 o'clock. We'll be on there at 4:40 with the boys' game to follow. Monday night, the boys are scheduled to go to Metcalfe County. And then Tuesday night, the guys are scheduled to go to Campbellsville. And then Friday night, the Trojans at Hopkinsville.
Yes.
Saturday, the girls' game with Apollo has been canceled, but the boys are scheduled to play Apollo at the Owensboro Sports Center. So the boys have 4 games next week scheduled right now. The girls have none.
Yeah, we were talking about that after the game, that we didn't have any. The girls had 0 scheduled next week, and the boys will be racking up their frequent flyer miles next week. But 4, other than Metcalfe, all long road trips.
Yeah, and if the weather, if they say what it's going to do, we may not even get a game in next week. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Take it just like all these games being scheduled. We didn't know about the girls' game with Warren East until this afternoon. Didn't know about the boys' game being played tomorrow until about 4 o'clock today.
They wanted to get a game in tomorrow with the weather. Them predicting the weather next week. They really wanted to play. So Warren East decided to come on down, and the boys decided they're late to come. So that's good to at least get that one in, and that's extra one we didn't have scheduled with the weather next week. Maybe they'll miss it like they did the ice that we got a little bit, but nowhere near what they were predicting. So maybe we'll hit it lucky again.
Let's hope so. We're about 3.5 minutes away from the start of the second half, and we'll have the third quarter coming up. Also, our Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial second half, third quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. But first, before we go to break, the Zaxby's second half keys to the game.
Well, kind of like I just said, stop dribble penetration and contest the shots, and that's that's pretty simple, but it's very hard for us to do that first half.
So we'll see what happens when we come back. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow, let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
in Glasgow is the place to get your propane tanks filled.
31-20, Scotties on top of the Trojans as we get ready to start the second half. Jay Turner with Chad Withrow, Matthew Clark in the studios of Nash 103.7 tonight. Glad to have you with us on this Friday night, and ice hanging on the trees and the fence post and so forth.
Yep, winter wonderland. Cold weather.
At least the roads are fine.
Yep, they are good.
Thanks to the road crews.
They do a good job. It's a dangerous job out there, I'm sure, driving and people around driving, but they do a good job, and we appreciate it.
Trojans will start the second half with Gavin Withrow, Ryan Shirley, Tay Porter, Mason Griggs, and Corbin Murphy. Scotties will go back with Jackson Poland, Sam Bowling, Ashton Serwinski, John Carter Myers, and Javon Clark. As Brown is on the bench with 3 fouls. Ball comes into Poland. Got Griggs guarding him. Goes right side with it to Bowling. Bowling. Bounce pass over to Serwinski. Now Serwinski wants to drive against Shirley. He walked. And it will be Barren County's basketball. The chance here to cut the lead. Down by 11. Largest deficit been 13.
Not sure we've been down this much since the Bowling Green game, have we?
No. And here's Withrow, giving it over to the left side to Pointer. Back out to Withrow. Bounce pass over to Griggs. Griggs down the right corner to Pointer. Can't shoot. The ball stolen by Pointer. Poland behind the back, whipped it around and missed the layup. Ball comes off, though. Offensive rebound. Now Poland can't shoot. He'll get rid of it. Shovels it back out to Bowling. Bowling right side over to Poland. Poland out to Myers. He wants to work with it. Gives it to Poland. Back over it goes to Bowling. And now Bowling on the dribble against Tay Pointer. Giving it back out to Poland. 1 minute gone here in the third. Still an 11-point lead. Now Poland trying to go into Serwinski. Back out now to Poland. Over to Bowling. Down the corner to Clark. Now Clark goes back out to Serwinski. He gives it to Myers. They go into Clark. He'll kick it off in the right corner. Poland for 3. It is off high. Pointer with a rebound for Barren. Almost a minute and a half gone. in the third period. Here's Poland, or rather Pointer in the left corner. Back out to Withrow. He wants to penetrate. Back over goes to Pointer. Can't shoot. Got Bowling on him. He'll give it back around the perimeter. On the right side, it goes to Griggs with a spin move. He falls down, kept the dribble going. He's in a triple team. Throws it back out to Withrow. Withrow in the lane. Throws it up. It won't go. Rebound to Bowling.
But we just cannot buy a basket.
Poland into the front court. Wants to make a move and a whistle and a foul on Griggs.
They're just running right down the hill at us, and we do a good job, but then we reach.
First foul of the second half, and it's Glasgow's basketball as Poland will toss it in. Comes out to Clark. And now Clark against Withrow. Gives it out to Poland. Back to Clark deep in the right wing. Out top, Serwinski fakes, drives, throws him a 6-footer, and it bounces off the rim. Ball slapped out. Serwinski's got it, puts it up and in.
They're just outworking us. I mean, they are just outworking us. That's all you can say.
33-20. It matches the largest lead. Pointer wants to go baseline, and it's broken up, stolen by Poland. And going to be a foul here. Let's see who they're going to put it on.
Gavin.
So that'll be his second and the team's second of the half. Aiden Miller and Eli Brooks both returning to the Trojan lineup for Ryan Shirley and Tay Pointer. Glasgow's basketball, 2.5 minutes gone here in the third. And Scotties up by 13. Poland with the basketball on the right side. Trying to reverse it back out, and it goes back to the right side corner. And now he's going to curl into the paint, goes underneath there to Myers, and he traveled. He's too far underneath the bucket. Had nowhere to go. Barren County needs a basket.
Yeah.
Badly.
We've only got, one shot off the whole half. Kind of like the start of the game.
Almost 3 minutes gone and have not scored. Withrow, 3, no, short, gets his own rebound though. Now Griggs wants to drive, spin move, goes up and under, puts it up and in. 7 points for Mason Griggs, and ball knocked out of bounds by Griggs, I guess it was. I was looking down.
Yeah, I looked down too and apparently knocked it out.
Glasgow keeps the basketball, comes into Bowling. Got Eli Brooks guarding him. Into the front corner to the right side. Now Bowling backs out a little bit.
Be ready to help.
Yep. There underneath. There's a shot going up and in. They're going to count the basket. And Griggs will commit his second. Team's third of the second half. Bowling with his 11th point of the night. 35-22. Scotties on top. And this shot goes up. It rims off. Trojans back the other way. And off the screen, here's Griggs slicing his way down the lane. Shot blocked in there by Myers. Glasgow back the other way. Serwinski lobs it underneath to Clark. He missed the shot from about 3 feet away. Barren.
Lucky there.
Yep. As Withrow in the corner to Griggs. 35-22. Brooks with it on the left wing. Back out to Withrow. Withrow slices his way down the lane, puts it up, got it to drop in.
We've got to be aggressive. I mean, we're down 11, plenty of time, but we can't just pity pat around like we're doing.
Poland with it on the right side for the Scotties against Mason Griggs. He'll give it over to John Carter Myers. Over it goes to Serwinski. Serwinski out to Bowling. 11-point Glasgow lead with 3:40 to play in the third quarter. Myers with it on the left side. Myers wants to drive it into the paint. He carried it. Palm the basketball. Three and a half to go. 35-24. Barren could use a bucket here. Withrow, backdoor pass to Griggs, and he puts it up and in.
Just high enough over the defender for the layup.
Give Withrow the Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. 35-26. Here's Poland coming off the screen. Right side corner, Trey Brown. Back out to Bowling. Bowling, spin move in the lane. A whistle. Shot will not count. Foul on Eli Brooks. That is his second of the team's fourth. And Glasgow's basketball underneath to the right or left, and it comes out to Serwinski. And almost.
Oh, no.
On Griggs. That's a late whistle.
He missed that one. No, he had the ball and he just failed.
Three on Mason Griggs, 5 on the Trojans. Well, let's see. It's kind of uneven with fouls. Trojans with 5, Glasgow none. 2:55 to go in the third. Barren down by 9. Serwinski out to Brown. Right side it goes to Poland. Out to Serwinski. Gets a screen from Myers. He's got an open look at a 3. Lets it go. It is no good. Rebound to Mason Griggs. Heaves it up court. It's tipped away. Trying to go to Miller with it. Out of bounds to the Trojans. And so Griggs gets it inbounds to Lane Stevens. Lane Stevens throws it back to Griggs to the left corner. Sends it around the perimeter. It's Brooks off to Lane Stevens. Now Miller with it. Back out to Brooks. Gives it to Lane Stevens. Feeds it in there to Griggs. Posted up in there. Trying to go up with a shot. You got a whistle and a foul. They're going to count the basket. Nope, they're not going to count the basket. 2 on Serwinski.
By the foul, it probably shouldn't, but when he blew the whistle, it should have counted. But he waited till way late to blow the whistle.
Miller is going to be fouled. He got the pass on the inbound, and somebody hammered him. And they put it on Poland. That'll be his first. Glasgow's second team foul of the half.
Poland got in foul trouble over there when we played them the first time.
He did.
Today, he stayed out of foul.
Yep. As Withrow will send it out, and Poland knocked it away, but it comes to the backcourt, and Griggs was there to get it. Long bounce pass left comes to Miller. Back out to Griggs. Griggs trying to penetrate, kicks it out to Brooks, thought about the 3. Gets rid of it to Withrow as he comes around. 2 minutes to go, turnaround jump shot from Miller, good.
Well, he's really played well. Keep feeding him the ball right there in that middle. Got it down to 7, close as we've been for a while.
Minute 52 to go here in the third quarter. 35-28 Scotties. Here's Bowling with the basketball, curling around, dumps it off, knocked away by Miller in the hands of Griggs. Here come the Trojans, 3 on 3. Griggs inside, flips it up, no good, but a foul. Couldn't get it up over the rim, but he'll head to the free throw line and shoot 2. Foul is going to be on Serwinski. That's his third. Team's third of the second half. So Serwinski has 3. Brown has 3. Griggs, 2 shots. First one is up, and it's no good. He's 1 of 3 from the stripe.
He's been really good at the line this year.
Yeah, about 78%. Second shot is up, and he got that one. Puts him in double figures with 10. Now the lead is shrunk to 6. 35-29. Poland on the dribble against Withrow. Had it batted away, but Bowling's there to get it. Bowling with a crossover move. Pull up on the baseline. Jumper, good. 13 for Bowling, 37-29. Mason Griggs, 3-pointer in the air, short. Miller, turnaround shot, rims off. An offensive rebound by Lane Stevens, and he's going to be fouled.
Hustle plays there.
And Brown, that will be number 4. And that's the 4th team foul on Glasgow here in the second half. So Brown's going to check out. Clark is back in for him for the Scotties. As Lane Stevens looks, feeds it into Brooks. Here's Pointer, left wing 3. Bingo! Tay Porter with a People's Bank three, his first points of the night, cuts it to 5 at 37-32. 58 seconds to play in the third quarter. Poland with the basketball. Poland moving to the right side, cuts back left, gives it out to Bowling. Now Bowling leaves it with Serwinski, curls around, goes into the paint, goes off the right side to Poland. 43 seconds, he curls, he goes to the basket against Miller, had it swatted away. There was some contact underneath, should have been an offensive foul, but the Trojans have it anyway. Here's Porter, right wing three, blocked. He's going to be fouled by Poland, and it'll be three shots. Number 2 on Jackson Poland, 5 on the Scotties here in the second half. Tay Porter, 72.5% foul shooter on the season, has a chance to cut the lead to 2 if he can make all 3. First one is up, good. (37-33). Second shot on the way, good. 37-34. 3 of 3, good.
Big three there. That's 6 points he scored in a minute, so got back within 2.
Yep, 37-35. 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bowling with the basketball as they spread it out. Serwinski on the near side with 18 seconds to play. Out it comes to Poland. And now Poland goes over to Serwinski. Serwinski wanting the screen. They switched off. Serwinski gives to Poland. 6 seconds. Poland wants to drive. Cut over dribble. Almost lost it out of bounds. Ball is loose, and that'll do it for the third quarter.
Good defense there. Good D. A lot better. Outscored them 15-6 that quarter.
Yeah. Big third quarter for the Trojans. Glasgow 37, Barren County 35. One more quarter to go. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Contracting in stone has stood the test of time. Quality builders, as your local contractor, Scotties is therefore willing to go to your Scotties Contracting Call 270-629-2112. That's 270-629-2112. Or ScottiesContracting.com.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to courtside with J2.
Trojans have a chance to tie the game on a 2, take the lead on a 3, as Brooks handles the basketball for Barren County. He got rid of it over to Withrow in the corner. Porter with a 3. It's in and out. Griggs couldn't get to the rebound. Poland's got it for Glasgow. That would have gave the Trojans a lead if he could have made that one.
Thought we had the offensive rebound. Our block kind of couldn't see what exactly happened.
Here's Poland over to Serwinski on the left side, giving it back out to Bowling. Now Bowling on the dribble against Eli Brooks. Barren County has never led in this basketball game. Serwinski driving strong to the bucket, puts it up, he's fouled. That's 3 on Eli Brooks.
Didn't see much contact there, but
6 on the Trojans here in the second half. Serwinski, 69% foul shooter on the year. Puts it up, it is good. Ryan Shirley for Eli Brooks. 38-35 Scotties with 7:17 to go. And Serwinski missed it. Rebound to Griggs. The 3 will tie it. Griggs stops, top of the key. Off to Withrow, the right side. Out front is Shirley. Shirley. Back over goes to Withrow. Now Withrow back to Shirley. Cut off by Clark. Now wants to drive with it. Kicks it off the left corner now to Pointer. Pointer dribbles it out. Pointer back over to Shirley. He's going to fire up a three. It is no good. Griggs with the offensive board, trying to go back up. Whistle and a foul. Serwinski with 4 fouls now.
That's a big one.
He's a second Scotty to pick up 4. Going to bring Trey Brown back in. He has 4. 6:47 to play. Glasgow up by 3. Led by as many as 13. Pointer in the left corner. Can't shoot. Stop. Left wing 3. In and out. Rebound comes off to Bowling. That's 2 back-to-back shots that's gone in and out. Halfway down and out. Poland with the basketball for Glasgow into the front court. Left side it comes to Clark. Clark covered up out to Brown. Right side it goes to Myers. Down to the right corner, Poland. Circles around, heads to the basket. Shovel pass out of bounds. Tried to go to Myers with it. He just threw it away.
Yeah. All 3 guys converged on him. He had an open guy, but he couldn't get it through there.
Trojans didn't touch it. Withrow, left side, Pointer slides over. 17-footer in the air. It bounces off the rim. Myers with a rebound. Just can't make any shots right now. There's Bowling going to the bucket. Puts it up, rolled it in. Back up to 5 at 40-35 and 6 minutes to play. Shirley with it on the right side out front. In the middle to Miller. Dumps it off to Griggs in the right side wing. Now Shirley with it. Shirley, top of the key, back over to Withrow, the left wing, out to Shirley, feeds it in the middle there to Griggs, over to Miller, 15-footer, good.
Well, he's been right on money tonight.
14 for Aiden Miller, 40-37. Barren down 3 with 5.5 minutes to play. Poland with the basketball. Poland working against Withrow. Right side, it goes to Brown. Now Brown gives it out to Bowling. Bowling wants to make a move on Shirley. Fall away shot in the lane. Good.
Oh, that's tough there. Not much I can do about that.
17 for Bowling, 42-37. Here's Mason Griggs over to Withrow. Down to the baseline. Miller turns and fires and misses. Griggs with a rebound. Back up and in. Well, Griggs was way off the floor for that rebound.
We've gotten a lot of offensive rebounds this half where they got them the first half.
Poland with the basketball for Glasgow. Poland had 12 first-half points. He scored 10 in the first and has not scored here in the second half. Bowling has it out between the circles. Bowling wants to go one-on-one with Shirley. Dumps it off in the right corner to Clark. Has the ball knocked away, out of bounds, and Glasgow will get it back with 4:36 remaining. Poland will toss it in on the right baseline. Sends it to Bowling. And the shot won't count if it goes in. Going to have a free
throws here.
Ryan Shirley, that's going to be his 3rd, team 7th. And Bowling for the 1-and-1. 81% foul shooter, but he missed his only free throw in front of the 1-and-1 back in the 3rd quarter. Shot goes up, and it's good. He's got 18 points. Makes it 43-39. Glasgow with 4:34 to play. One more for Sam Bowling. And he hit them both. And Glasgow will call a timeout with 4:34 left. 2-possession lead for the Scotties, 44-39.
Full timeout here.
But Barren had a big 3rd quarter there to cut the lead to 2 at 37-35. Closest they've been, had a chance to take the lead in a few shots, just wouldn't go in.
It's hard when you get that far behind. You fight back, and then it just takes a basket or two to push it back out, and looks like you're climbing uphill all night long, and it's hard. But still got plenty of time, 4.5 minutes, so hopefully we can get a basket here. We can't stop them now. Bowling's on a run, and he's just kind of spreading it out and going one-on-one, so may have to run somebody at him to get the ball out of his hands here.
Foul situation right now for Glasgow. Ashton Serwinski has 4. Trey Brown has 4. For Barren County, Ryan Shirley, Mason Griggs, and Eli Brooks all with 3. Sam Bowling has scored 6 of Glasgow's 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Mason Griggs and Aiden Miller with a basket apiece for Barren County here in the fourth. Trojans basketball, 4:34 to go, down 5. As the ball will come in to Withrow. He'll let it roll to midcourt. He'll pick it up. He'll give it to Pointer. And it comes to Griggs. Back over to Withrow. Looking inside. Can't find anybody. Pointer in the left corner. Can't go. Now Griggs working right side. He's cut off. Miller for 3. It bounces high off the rim. And a rebound to Trey Brown. Here's Bowling. Up and under shot. No good. Rolled off. Rebound to Miller. Alley pass to Withrow. On the right side. He'll give it to Shirley. Sends it off in the corner to Pointer. Pointer will dribble it down halfway. Gives it to Shirley. In the middle. Griggs. Right elbow. Puts up the jumper. No good. Ball tipped back out to Pointer. And dribble it back behind the arc. Back to Shirley. Back to Pointer. Long, deep 3. No good. Got to get his own rebound. We got to, like I said, it stepped up, or maybe the ball hit the end line. Needed that bucket right there.
Yeah. Yep, we did.
Still 3:40 to go. Barren down 5, 44-39. Bowling picked up his dribble. Gives it off to Myers. Out to Poland. And now Poland against Withrow. Goes to Clark. Long range right. Feeds it to Brown. Lost it. Griggs has got it for the Trojans. Griggs. Bounce pass off to Withrow. Back to Griggs. Fires it up for 3. Got it.
Good. Down to 2 again.
Peoples Bank 3-point shot from Mason Griggs. 10 points in the second half, 15 for the game. As we come down to the 3-minute mark, Trojans down 2. Here's Poland wanting to drive. He got it behind his back. Lost it. Withrow's got it for the Trojans. Got the numbers. Goes in for the layup. It is good. Tied at 44.
Finally caught him.
2:51 to play. Barren down by 13 at one time. A battle back to tie it up at 44. Peoples Bank timeout. Peoples Bank in Glasgow working for you. Stay tuned. We'll have the CPC Commodities postgame report. Coach's comments and the Monticello Bank Trojan MVP of the game. When you're away from your radio, log on to Nash1037.com to get the games live on your computer, laptop, or smartphone, or use the app tab on the Nash 1037 Facebook page. Back here tomorrow night with more high school basketball. Warren East will be here for a girl-boy doubleheader. 5 o'clock start for the girls. Boys game to follow. Our pregame coverage with the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to tip-off will be at 4:40 tomorrow.
I really believe, and this is not a criticism of Glasgow, they're short-handed. I think fatigue has set in a little bit with them. You know, some of us played the whole game, and it's been a physical game, and they just, you know, they've not been as sharp this half as they were the first half. It may not be fatigue. I shouldn't say that because I'm not with their team, but it looks like they're not quite as sharp as they were the first half. And our defense has been better.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 2:46 to play. Bowling with a basketball for Glasgow. Wants to take Miller into the corner to Poland. Out to Serwinski, who's back on the court now. Now Brown back over to Serwinski. Playing with 4 fouls. Baseball pass coming out to Bowling. Now Bowling against Miller. Wants to take him one-on-one. Throws it back out to Brown. Now Brown gives it to Myers. Myers off to Serwinski. Now Poland with it. Gives it out to Bowling. Bowling trying to make a move to the basket. Jumper from 8. Off the mark. Rebound to Withrow. Trojans can take the lead for the first time tonight. Leaves it out with Mason Griggs. 2:06 to play. We're tied at 44. And now Pointer will give it over to Griggs. In the right corner. Withrow, splitting the defenders. Oh, tried to dump it off to Shirley, but it was tipped away by Brown and out of bounds.
He could have got it in there. Ryan had a layup, but got a hand on it right at the last minute.
So Withrow underneath the basket to the right will toss it in. Comes out in the right corner to Miller. Miller, one dribble, out to Shirley. Throws it over to Griggs. Back to Withrow. Can't shoot the three. Back to Griggs. Minute 46 to play. Tying game at 44. Withrow out to Griggs. Getting the screen from Miller. Pulls up, shoots a three-point shot. Got it! Woo! First lead of the ball game tonight for Barren County, 47-44. 1:27 to play. Brown with it on the right side, and the corner goes to Poland. Poland working back and forth. He'll throw up the shot, and it's no good. Rebound taken by Griggs. 1:15. Griggs in the corner. Corner decides to pass up on the three.
I think that was a coach's decision. He sprinted down there to tell him not to shoot it.
Back out now comes to Griggs, being chased by Poland. He'll bounce it back off to Pointer, hands it off to Withrow. And now Withrow back to Pointer, back out to Withrow. 54 seconds to play. And a foul going to be on Poland for reaching in. That'll be his third, team seventh. Trojans will be in the bonus now with 51 seconds to play, leading by 3, 47-44. Gavin Withrow at the line. His shot goes up and it bounces off the rim, and Griggs with a rebound, puts it in. 49-44, 45 seconds to play. Bowling with it, working around to the left side, steps back, shoots the three ball. It is coming off. Ball slapped over. Pointer's got it for the Trojans. Hands it off to Withrow with 33 seconds to play. Gives it off to Griggs. Griggs in the backcourt, back to Withrow. Sends it up to Pointer. 26 seconds to go. Miller goes baseline. He's fouled by Bowling. His second, team's eighth.
Boy, what a turnaround. We've outscored them 29-13 this half.
Yeah. Aiden Miller at the line, 3 for 3 tonight. He's had a big night, 14 points, puts it up, it's good. That definitely pushes his shooting average percentage from 47.5% to 100% tonight. He's got 15 points in the game. He puts this one up, and it rims off. Ball got away there. Couldn't have got the offensive rebound. Here comes Poland. Out of control, throws it up and rolled it in. First two of the second half for Jackson Poland, and it's 50-46. 17.7 left.
Feel a little better than I did about 20 minutes ago, Jake.
Absolutely.
It'll make tomorrow night more fun. Coming in here off the loss would not have been the most fun thing in the world.
Yeah. Just need to hang on to the basketball.
Make free throws.
Right. Let's see. You got a final. No, that's a halftime or a third quarter score. Metcalfe County and Cumberland County boys. Metcalfe 41, Cumberland 39.
Cumberland County's been playing better, boys.
Mm-hmm. And the girls have won 3 in a row.
Yep.
Since they started out 0-10. Let's see what they're going to set up here. Shirley will toss it in. Gets it into Griggs. He'll be fouled by Clark. His third, team's ninth. With 15.8, almost took 2 seconds off the clock. Griggs tonight is just 2 of 4, but what a fourth quarter he's had. He scored 10 points here in the fourth quarter.
He's been really, really good. Him and Aiden Miller has been really good.
So Griggs at the line, one at the bonus, shot goes up, it's good. 51-46, Barren County. Bonus try for Mason Griggs. And rim's good. 52-46, and a 30-second timeout call by Coach Warren Cunningham. As Barren County has a 6-point lead, 15.8 seconds to play. Trojans trailed by as many as 13 in this basketball game, and trailed by 11 at the half.
Yeah. And then we got it down, and then they pushed it back out to, 8 or 9, 10, something like that in the third quarter. But, boy, we've made every play we've had to make this fourth quarter, and, offensive rebounds. We made shots. We've put backs on missed free throws. So every play that we weren't making the first half, we've made this half. 17-point turnaround from the halftime to now.
Scotties have only scored 15 points in the second half. 10 of those from Sam Bowling. Glasgow's basketball. It'll be Myers to toss it in. Gets it into Bowling. He's going to race it down the floor on the left side. Cuts back right, hands it off to Poland. He'll fire up a three-point shot, and he nails it.
Wow.
That makes it 52-49 with 9.2 still to play.
At least we're shooting 2 free throws now. The double bonus will be the next foul will be the 10th. So you feel good if we can get fouled and make 1 because they're out of timeout. So if they do score, we just don't have to take the ball out of bounds. Hopefully, surely they'll take 4 seconds to get the ball down the floor to score. So all we have to do is just hold it. So, but we at least got to make 1 free throw.
That is true. We sure don't want this one to go in overtime.
No.
We want to finish it up. Mason Griggs, just trying to look at his point total. 17 points in the second half, 22 for the game. 17 points in the second half. Tate Pointer with a 3 and 3 free throws back in the third quarter. Gavin Withrow with a couple of buckets. And Aiden Miller, 15 points tonight.
He saved us the first half and has made some big plays rebound-wise and baskets here in the second half. So I don't know if you can give co-MVPs tonight, but I think that if you can, this would be a good night for it.
Yeah, absolutely. 9.2 to play. Shirley has the ball in his hands. Running the baseline, gets it into Withrow. Withrow against Poland. And now there's a reach-around foul on Poland. That'll be his 4th.
Well, if we can make 1 with 5.9, we should be good shape.
Be 2 shots for Gavin Withrow. First of 2 on the way. It is good.
Yeah,
that's some rim, but it goes down. Makes it a 2-possession game.
They have no timeouts left, so.
And Withrow back to the line for his second shot. It's on the way. He got it. That makes it 53-49. Here is Poland. 3 seconds. He'll fire up a three-pointer, and he banked it in. The time runs out. Wow. 2 back-to-back threes for Jackson Poland. Cut it to 2. That's your final margin tonight. Trojans 54, Scotties 52. Barren County goes to 12-4 on the year. Glasgow falls to 7-8 on the season. We'll come back with the CPC Commodities post-game report after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And we welcome you to the CPC Commodities post-game report as the Trojans pull off the victory tonight after trailing by as many as 13, actually trailed by 11 at halftime, but 13 was the biggest deficit to come back and defeat the Glasgow Scotties tonight, 54-52. As Glasgow tonight had 21 field goals, 5 of those were three-pointers. They were 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Jackson Poland finishing the night with 20 points for Glasgow. He scored 12 of those in the first half, 10 in the first quarter. He scored 8 there late in the fourth quarter with 2 back-to-back threes. Sam Bowling finishing the night with 19, so they combined for 39 to the Scotties' 52. Ashton Serwinski had 6. John Carter Myers had 4. Javon Clark with 2. Trey Brown had 1. For the Trojans tonight, had 3 field goals fewer than the Scotties, 18. 5 of those were three-point shots. Barren was 13 of 17 from the charity stripe tonight. Mason Griggs leading the way with 22 tonight for Coach Warren Cunningham's ball club. He had 17 of those in the second half. 15 for Aiden Miller tonight. He had 10 of those in the first half. 11 for Gavin Withrow. Had 4 baskets, 1 of those a three-point shot, 2 for 3 from the foul line. And 6 points for Tay Pointer tonight. He had a 3-point basket, 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. That was the scoring for the Trojans tonight. So nice comeback, trailing by 13, Chad. And as you said earlier, it makes it a lot better to come in here tomorrow night to take on Warren East.
Right. You know, I said at the half, we've got to do a better job of guarding the ball, and we did a much better job of the second half of just cutting off their driving lanes, and that's what they were beating us on, you know, and then the hustle plays, and we seemed like every loose ball and every rebound that second half when we had to have it, and that's the reason you go from 11 down to winning by 2. So good win, another tight one. Seems like that's all we have are tight ones.
Real close victories, but as long as you win by 1
right.
point, that's all that matters.
They're very good in close games. You know, we had a little hiccup against South Warren in a close game, but they seem like always make the plays down the stretch in these games when we have to have them, and that's a good trait to have, especially going into the tournament about a month away now.
That is true. Back with more of the post-game report. This is the CPC Commodities post-game report. CPC Commodities, proven on our farm and made for yours. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC.
54-52, the Trojans over the Scotties tonight, coming back from 13 down to defeat Glasgow here on the home court tonight. Coach Warren Cunningham joins us now. Coach, congratulations to you. You can't hear me?
No.
Let's see if you can hear me now. Can't hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I got you now, Jeff.
All right.
Yeah.
Had you on the wrong microphone there.
Sorry.
But anyway, great win, great comeback. You were down 13, down 11 at the halftime, down 13. And we just made some big plays there, especially in the third quarter and in the fourth as well.
Well, I thought we guarded a lot better there in the second half. And, most of our offense was coming from defense. And that's what we kept saying, if we want to score more, we got to guard and we got to rebound. Because I thought in the first half, they drove it by us and drove it by us and drove it by us. And then if they missed a shot, they went and got the rebound. So I thought we did. And that's, we haven't really done that all year. We've guarded the ball pretty good. But, they really attacked us hard off the dribble. And we knew that that's what they do. That's what they do really well. But we had a hard time with it and got to clean some things up there before we play these guys again. But our guys showed a lot of fight there, that we've done most of the season. But just to kind of until the 2 threes there they made in the last few seconds, we'd held them to 15 points in the second half. So that was quite the contrast from the 31 we gave up in the first half. But we guarded. We didn't give them a lot of easy baskets, and we got some rebounds and we got in transition, and then that created some opportunities to score the ball.
Jackson Poland had 10 points in that first quarter, but you held him, other than those 2 threes there at the end. Thought you did a really good defensive job on him.
Yeah, he has a quick first step, and he's good at ball fakes and shot fakes to kind of give angles, and then, he's good at creating some contact and scoring it or drawing fouls, and he was doing both there in the first half. He's a good player, and, I thought we did a much better job of him on him in the second.
Mason Griggs had a big second half for you. Finished with 22 tonight. He had, I think, 12 in the last quarter.
Yeah, he did. He was great there in the second half, and he's kind of done that most of the year. He's made big plays for us when we really needed it, and he probably left 10 or so on the board in the first half. He missed some chippies that he normally makes, but to his credit, he doesn't hang his head, and he doesn't doesn't get down about it. He just keeps fighting and just kind of shakes his head and plays a little bit. But he's doing a lot for our team. He's guarding. We expect him to rebound, and then he's got to score it for us too. So he's doing he's doing a lot of things and playing a lot of minutes and doing those things well. And all 3 of the guards I thought made some big plays. But I thought Aiden Miller kept us in the game in the first half. He had 10 I think at the half, and his play there in the first half it just kind of kept us in it because nobody else could really make a shot, and we weren't getting a lot of stops. But I thought he was really, really big.
Yeah, he had 10 points in the first half, hit 4 or 5 free throws, hit a big 3 for you there in the first quarter, finishing with 15. Gavin Withrow in double figures with 11, had 4 baskets, and hit 2 big free throws there late when they came back and hit that 3 to cut it to 2. Yeah,
and we've, for the most part, knock on wood, we've made free throws when we've, down the stretch of games. And, all these games, I kind of joked a second ago that, my heart rate doesn't even get up in these games because it's just like, it seems to be kind of like normal. Just another day with 2-point game with 2 to go. I mean, just kind of the way it goes. But, our team doesn't flinch, and they've just kind of been in these situations, and we just, we make plays and just keep playing hard, and we keep fighting, and that's what gives us a chance.
And you'll see these guys again in about a month here at the district tournament.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we just told the guys, and we just got to continue to get better between now and then, and we saw some things tonight with these guys we've got to do a good job on and got to do a better job on, and I'm sure they will do the same thing. So it's been 2 close games, and we come back for the 3rd time, it'll be like that again.
Warren East tomorrow night, a makeup game from the first week of the season. Weren't able to play them. Didn't know if we were going to be able to play them, but we were able to get them back on the schedule to double up with the girls tomorrow night. Warren East only played 4 games this year.
Yeah, they've spent a lot of the season in quarantine, but they had a really good win the other night against Franklin Simpson when they came off their lengthy quarantine. And you hate it for teams like that have had issues with COVID and not been able to play. We've been fortunate, so fortunate, so blessed to continue to be able to play, and for that not to affect us any more than it has so far, and that could change at any moment. But just kind of come up this afternoon. I think everybody's, looking at the forecast, games next week are, if that holds true, are going to be hard to come by probably. So they kind of reached out about playing a girls game, and hey, let's play both if we can, just to try to get another game in maybe, because the first part of the week especially doesn't look real promising as far as being able to play much. So just just come back tomorrow and just keep doing what we've been doing, try to get better and see what we can do.
Makes it difficult for coaches, I know, try to do game prep for the next day after a game within 16 hours or whatever.
But in some ways you're kind of used to this. And, we play a lot of Friday, Saturday games during a normal season. And I don't know about other coaches. I don't watch film until we played somebody. I don't go ahead. And I know some coaches do, and that's okay, but I just can't. I can only focus on one at a time. So after we play tonight, then I'll turn around and see what we got to do against Warren East and see what they do. But I know some coaches can do that, but I'm confused enough as it is, much less with watching film on two teams. So that part of it, where you're kind of used to a little bit, So that's not that crazy, not the craziest part of all this. But anyway, we'll come back tomorrow and see what we can do.
All right, Coach. Congratulations to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Jay.
Coach Warren Cunningham, the Trojans coming from 13 down to defeat the Glasgow Scotties here tonight, 54-52. And it's time now to select our Monticello Bank Trojan MVP of the game. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanette basketball, member FDIC, equal housing lender. By the way, Coach's comments tonight brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal tonight at your Glasgow McDonald's. And Chad, I think we have to have co-MVPs tonight. What do you think?
Sure, both of them deserve it. Aiden Miller and Mason Griggs both played outstanding, one in the first half and one in the second half. So I agree, give it to both of them.
Mason Griggs had 22 points, 17 in the second half. Aiden Miller had 15 points tonight. He scored 10 of those in the first half. We'll come back and wrap things up here from Barren County High after this break. Again, the scores tonight: Trojanettes win 53-32. The Trojans win 54-52. This is Barren County High basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
And to wrap things up here tonight, our final scores again: the Trojanettes 53, the Lady Scotties 32, and in the boys' game, Barren County 54 and Glasgow 52. We'll be back here tomorrow night as the Trojans and Trojanettes host Warren East. The girls' game will start at 5 o'clock with pregame coverage at 4:40 tomorrow here on Nash 103.7 and on 104thescore.com. I want to thank Matthew Clark, our studio producer tonight, back in the Nash 103 studios. And now for Coach Darryl Murphy and Chad Withrow, I'm Jay Turner. Until tomorrow night, thanks for being with us, and good night from Barren County High.